Welcome back, recording buddies. We've got most of the scenario set up. We're just going to quickly do a city event because if we want to do a city event here before doing any shopping, because the city event will give us if a city event gives us +1 reputation, we'll increase our discount by -1. Interesting. I don't remember this at all, but I'll take it. Must have been a retirement one that I never got to. I don't know. That's pretty sweet. I mean, well, I guess I don't really want prosperity, but we gained 1 prosperity, which is kind of so-so, but we gained 1 reputation as well. So that did precisely put us up to a -4 discount. Close to rentals. Close to rentals indeed. All right. So what do we want to buy? Well, the Doom Compass is still here. It's a shame. The Doom Compass would be excellent here in this scenario. What if we just sell our Mana Potion? At this point, because we can buy it back at a -4 discount, we're only losing 1 gold by doing this, but we get the Doom Compass right away, which is so much. Oh no, we need to sell a small item to be able to carry the Doom Compass anyway. Yeah, what am I talking about? So we have to sell this. Beautiful. That's perfect then. Oh no, it's not. Right, it's a -4 discount. Oh no, it doesn't work. We're 1 gold off. Oh, that hurts. It's not worth selling 2 small items, I think. Yeah, I mean the healing potion is actually quite valuable because it removes disables. I mean, because I know what enemies are in the scenario, there actually isn't going to be really wound or poison, so it actually would be better off having the compass than the. I mean, like knowing the scenario, it would be correct for me to sell both of these and buy the Doom Compass now. But obviously, I'm not supposed to do my shopping knowing the scenario. I set up the scenario to save time, but I'm still not going to play around it. So in the end, we don't get the compass yet. One more scenario, then we'll get the compass. The compass is such a good item. It pains me not to have it in a party. Just like a must buy for every party. Although I still think it's a balanced item. It costs 50 gold, and obviously the party only gets 1 of them. This really doesn't bother me. I think it's a nice item. Well designed. All right, so as for the Soothsinger, we have 16 gold. Are there any slots? No, so we need our solo item. We can get more small items. No, we're at 5, so we can't get any more small items. We can improve any of our small items, but I don't think that's where we want to go. Our retirement goal is 4 enhancements, so I think we should just save for that. Anyway, the first enhancement of an extra hex on throw voice is cheap and insane. I think I'd be happy to hear any counterpoints, but I suppose this is always the first enhancement this class does, right? I can't imagine there's really anything else you could do. With the 66 gold cost for this and how good this action is and how much you need good top actions, there really can't be anything better than that, I imagine. Yeah, I don't think so. As a first enhancement. All right, so over here we have 34 gold, which is significantly more, but I think we have all our slots covered. Again, we could go to a volatile bomb, but I'm not sure if it's actually even better. We have 3 small. Yeah, we have everything covered, so we're also just looking towards enhancements. Unfortunately, enhancements on this class are expensive. We could put +1 movement on something. We would already be able to afford that. All right, Themis, this is where I need you for my Triforce expert. Do we keep Infernal Vortex all the way to level 9 for this bottom? Wow, we're saving for some sort of enhancement, but yeah. So this is, I'm wondering if I should put +1 move on Infernal Vortex now. Or is it better to wait and put another element on it? It's so expensive, and we can't, I mean, adding elements is always good, but yeah, theoretically adding wind would be great. That would set this up as a 1-card combo with Winter's Grasp, Winter's Edge. It's tempting. That's 100 gold instead of 30, though. Getting more movement is nice. Yeah, I think I'm mostly trying to use both of them when I can. Like I said, this at least on, I mean, I know in general this is again why I like Winter's Edge is the fact that you don't need to have both elements, but this party has no way of dealing with shielded enemies except for Winter's Edge basically. So this card, I mean, the powered up version is really working overtime here, and therefore I think I am mostly, I mean, on any scenario where there are shielded enemies, I have to be using this powered up. So I would add ice or wind to the level 1. Oh, the other move has worse initiative, doesn't it? It's actually not that much worse. It's 19. Lava eruption. I mean, yeah, in that case, it's kind of the same. Yeah, the loss is definitely worse, without a doubt. That's true. Although I think in the end, I mean, especially at higher levels, you don't really use these losses much anyway. But I mean, this loss is actually decent, whereas yeah, the other one is not good at all. So yeah, I mean, 2 better initiative, which I guess is not nothing, and the better top loss. So yeah, this is definitely better. Yeah. All right. Ugh, it would have been so nice to get +1 move now. It would help so much. But yeah, I think it's got to be better to put that element there. It's got to be our best first enhancement, right? What are the other good ones? I mean, I guess the other good ones don't matter so much if we can't afford them right now. Because I mean, if we're not putting +1 move on one of these. Oh god, Demers. Sorry, I always gotta reread these for the VODs. Demers said you really want the gold for that extra hex on Vengeance. To be clear, I'm gonna show everyone so that everyone can see the shame. Yeah, the +1 move on Crystallizing Blast is interesting. The shame that Themis deserves. So this is Vengeance. It's just so everyone knows what we're talking about. People who are watching the VODs or people watching in the stream. So this is a level 7 card for the Elementalist. And this is a card which unfortunately kind of ruins the Elementalist. Well, the combination of this and Primal Duality. So because you simply play Primal Duality and the next turn you get to play this and it executes a bunch of normals, I mean usually at least 2, and obviously getting an extra hex on here makes it frequently execute 3 normals, and this is just, I mean, it's really silly. So I mean, if you're trying to play this class as well as possible, you really want to lean into this as much as possible, I guess, theoretically. But uh, it's true. The endurance spots have fixed this a bit. But otherwise, if you're trying to have fun playing the Elementalist, it's funny that I say this and then this probably forget. Obviously, I'm being a bit tongue in cheek here, but I mean, basically, Themris added a hex here as an enhancement on in his party, which is basically as soulless as possible. You're literally just saying, I don't care about actually playing these scenarios. I'm just going to cheese them as soulless as possible. I did on retirement. Fair enough. So you're actually just setting up the next Elementalist? All right, anyway. So I think, yeah, we have nothing to buy then on any of our characters. We're just saving for enhancements. All right, so we got to do our road event, which is going to determine whether we are +2 or +3 difficulty. For those people watching in the VOD, if we get a negative road event, we'll do +2, and if we get a positive or neutral, we'll do +3. Uh, yeah. All right. Well, I mean, it was about time we had this one. Well, I guess I'm saying but it does make the scenario actually easier for me, probably in the long run. So we take 3 damage each. We had a problem with a certain subgenre or subset of people who typically tend to cause problems on the road, and we didn't want any of that, and they were very insistent, and so we took 3 damage each. Cool, cool. All right, so let's see. Add 3 curse cards to each character's attack modifier deck as a scenario effect. I don't think any of us can ignore negative scenario effects. No. So we each get 3 curses. What are the other level 7 and level 6 cards? So Themris, oh yeah, so Themris said, F it, let's skip Vengeance. To be clear though, the problem is this would contradict my attempts to play at as high difficulty as possible, skipping Vengeance. The other problem is it would also, I mean, since people, well, I mean, if you create a guide, then I have no obligation to do this at least. So there's that. All right, here's the other level 6. I think this card is kind of a joke. I mean, yeah, theoretically with the boots this does something, but ugh, not really. This card is, I mean, how do these 2 cards even compare, right? Yeah, it is bad. I mean, this card is great. Great initiative, great top of action. I mean, all right, a little questionable summon, but whatever. Everyone's allowed that. I, yeah, but I know people do, but it's just because people see this card and they see it doing the same thing that to them Obsidian Shards does at level 5. But again, this is living in a world where Obsidian Shards always works. Simulacrum's great because it actually does almost always work. Simulacrum's a great card. People people live a little bit too much in Magical Christmas Land, I think. All right, so anyway, the other level 6 card is not good, but we take level Simulacrum. What's the other level 7 card? Pragmatic Reinforcement. I think this card's actually not bad, although in a 3-player party, we'll see. So the top, we have a heal 3. With ice, we have shield 1, which is good. With earth, we have heal +2 heal. This is pretty bad. And one of their discarded cards with light. So really, it's like ice and light, which is a weird combination. Although these are also 2 elements that we can get pretty easily. We want with a lot of other things. So this is not bad. So in that case, you have heal 3, shield 1. Ugh. Actually, no, the problem with this is you don't have the initiative for this. Your best initiative is 15, right? And you can't use that all the time. So you're like 15 and 17 initiative. I mean, I'm definitely not supporting in this group. Already with Music Note, there's no way that this would work. But I mean, just in general, speaking about this, now initiative's the issue with this card. This card, honestly, well, the bottom is good, so that's why it can't have good initiative for the top. But yeah, the top in the end with your initiative just isn't good. So yeah, the bottom is nice. I mean, it's so easy to get dark. You can just go Burial into this. So that's already an attack 5 range 3 on bottom, which is nice. I think I prefer to take this over the level 8 cards. No, I think the level 8 cards are. Ugh. And then yeah, Fire, Poison, Wound, Wind +3 range. I mean, yeah, I think the bottom is quite nice actually. I think the better argument is to take Vengeance at 7, and then you take that at 8, though, right? I mean, what is the other 8 card otherwise? I mean, Elemental Aegis is funny, but yeah. I mean, and so there's Volatile Consumption, which is a move 3. Are we skipping Vengeance now? All right, well, definitely Renegade eventually. But yeah. Anyway, so this card is exploring 3 different build paths. Fair enough. The is one of them the tank build, Themris? Supported almost entirely by just Elemental Aegis. I mean, what's crazy is, yeah, both 8s are not good. I agree. What's crazy is, all right, if we're being perfectly honest, so the Spellweaver has like this sort of supposed to be like tanky, I mean, ignoring damage sub theme, which doesn't work at all. The Elementals mostly doesn't have that, but then has this one card which allows the Elementals theoretically to tank. What's interesting though is that this is actually a very powerful action. This is at least enough to kind of make this a little bit tempting just by itself, because you can easily get 2 elements, right? So at that point, it's still a shield 4 self. The biggest problem with this is it's 14 initiative. This really could have better initiative to really make it interesting. Oh, does Simulacrum actually cast it? I've never actually read. I mean, I have read the bottom of Simulacrum. You may perform attack actions if you occupied summons hex. No, you just make attacks from there. Yeah, it just adds additional range. Oh, you're just saying, yeah, this for damage sponge, 10 damage. Well, not nothing. Probably more than that even. Yeah, well, anyway. And then, yeah, this is also pretty bad. I mean, theoretically, it gives you a big move, which is nice for this class, especially with those boots. 64 initiative on a move that requires 2 elements, and I don't know. This is both these cards are kind of. I mean, yeah, at 7 it's just all. I mean, 7's got to be Vengeance, 8's got to be Pragmatic Reinforcement, which is just a nice card. Just a nice card. All right, well, anyway, we're getting a little bit too distracted here. Well, I mean, like I said, I'm not planning on skipping Vengeance no matter what, because I have never, like I said, I've retired 2 Elementalists in my life, and I have never gotten to level 7 on either of them. So I've never even gotten to use Vengeance. So first of all, it's going to be a new experience for me, and second of all, I'm doing it in this party regardless, so that I can actually play something a little bit more difficult with this party, since already we're struggling on +2, which doesn't feel great. But yeah. So I'm taking Vengeance and I'm taking Eternal Equilibrium. It doesn't feel good, man. I'm not gonna lie. You enhanced it with an extra hex, Themris. Yeah, I do like Eclipse. All right. Do you ever want to play this card instead of Eternal Equilibrium? Isn't this such a shame? like, look at these. This is what's such. I mean, I understand the thematic idea with Eternal Equilibrium. It's just such a shame though, because this is definitely of these two cards. This is the cooler card, right? This summon is cool. The bottom is also cool with all the different stuff it can do with all these elements and everything. But this action is just way too good. Yeah, it's a shame. It's a shame. Yeah, the summon is pretty powerful. I agree. It's like exactly what you want, right? Honestly, they probably could have buffed the summon a little bit to make it more tempting. I don't think you need to increase its damage. Probably not even its range. Maybe just giving it a little more HP, or maybe nah. I think probably maybe just like 4 HP or something like that, just to make it slightly less likely to die to like a single. You summon this and then a living spirit. No, I agree. Like I said, the damage doesn't need to change. The health matters though, because like I said, a single living spirit doing attack all enemies, and then this is just dead. Giving it a health pool where it can at least survive one random bad thing, because there's nothing. I mean, this class has no lost card recovery, right? So one feels bad man action from monsters, and you lose your level 9 card, as opposed to having a level 9 card you spam all scenario and win. Like, let's be real. All right. So we're doing only +2, which means these will just be 5. Again, we're doing only +2 because we had a bet with the cards, and the cards showed us the way. All right, so we already put the curses into our deck. Oh no, we have not. We grabbed them out, but we did not put them in because Themris was distracting us by talking about absurd elementalist builds. All right, so what do we have here? We've got 1 elite and 1 regular Deep Terror. Oh, this was actually supposed to be there. And these have how much health? 7 and 11. Okay. Deep Terrors are... So, I would argue that Deep Terrors and Forest Imps do a kind of opposite end of the spectrum thing. Forest Imps look completely non-threatening and are extremely annoying, even if you feel that Black Imps are stronger. I mean, fair enough, but at least Black Imps look scary, right? Forest Imps don't look scary at all and are obnoxious. Deep Terrors, on the other hand, look extremely scary, yet, despite doing a bunch of weird stuff, are mostly irrelevant in most scenarios. All right. And we've got 3 regular lurkers. This lurker line, however, will pose a bit more of a threat. Although I do love me some lurkers. And I actually have to kill lurkers, so I'm not bad being here. All right. So they've pierced 2. Well, so definitely, like I said, not defensive Diddy here. 11 health and 1 shield. I'm sorry, but the road event or the city event involving lurkers changed my opinion on lurkers completely. I can no longer hate them. I mean, actually, I didn't hate them to begin with, but I could never hate them now. All right, so like I said, defensive Diddy is bad on this scenario because shield is bad, which means our shield actions are also kind of questionable. Deep Terrors aren't really enemies. They're dangerous terrain features that use enemy mechanics for ease of play. Interesting. That's a good way of looking at it, Thoth. So where are you? Defensive Diddy is out. And the ballad is back in. We need more movement here. So we probably need to take our other move 3 and cut something. In that case, probably we don't want Shaping the Ether because we'll be using the move 3s for movement. So we can get, for these variety of elements, so we can just get rid of Shaping the Ether. Yeah, the water boss is an interesting design. No, artillery always hit you though. Deep Terrors so often do nothing, whereas artillery have 7 range and just always attack. Yeah, exactly what Thoth said. The range of artillery makes it different. All right, we also might want some more movement, huh? We have a move 4 that we could bring. So what will we cut then? Yeah, but I mean, I would argue that once you understand the mechanics of deep terrors, they're never really that threatening again. I mean, obviously they always can, but the problem is they don't have much health, and you just understand the range of their duplication. So you just deal with the other enemies in the room while the deep terrors deal nothing, and then you just rush down the deep terrors. No, only a fourth of them are avoidable melee AoEs. They only have two that are that. But they have other things that are, I mean, they have some stuff which is range 3 as well, which is pretty easy. So I'm supposed to get rid of a non-move bottom, but I really need the healing. Well, I guess maybe correct to get rid of this. It's also hurting our initiative a lot to lose our 11. It's just to gain one more movement. No, I actually don't think that's right. Although this also gives an ally movement, but we're going to be the one who's furthest behind since we want to move as little as possible. I also haven't had to use my Ring of Haste these last couple scenarios. I should be a little bit more aggressive with my use of that. So here we'd like a move, but honestly, we've got a move 5 and 2 move 4s. Probably fine. I think adding another move 4 is probably... Oh no, but we don't want all these shield actions. Yeah, we can at least get rid of this. This is good just because it's 12 initiative move 2 at the very least. We don't have much low initiative. And then this is a move which also shields, which is still good against anything except the lurkers. This is just the weakest of all these cards, so adding a move 4 in that place is fine. Unfortunately, our initiative will suffer for this, but so be it. We'll be using this as a generic a couple times. Sorry, the reinforced steel is generic, which will allow us to get it back and use this initiative more. We'll take this. This allows us to make an attack 3 on 2 of these 3 types of enemies which have retaliate without taking damage, and it gives us a move 4, so both halves of that are quite decent. All right, let's get into this. So let's look at the lurker range. It's going to be 6 range. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is the line, basically these two spots we don't really want to go up to. How much are these lurkers moving? 3 movement. 1, 2, 3. So we want them to move up. We want to go late. All right, that's not too difficult. All right, man. Working through all those curses, we have we had a 14 and a 15 card deck. I mean, we have 4 out of 17 and 4 out of 18 cards as misses. It's pretty brutal. All right, so we should start up a song right away. That song, I mean, should be Power Ballad. And as for a bottom, we'd like to go late. I guess we can do this move and just throw out one curse, because that at least gives us late initiative. I guess this gives us late in an attack. It's probably just better. Yep. All right. Especially because we prefer to use Singing Arrow as a top at some point. Again, just because we lack tops. So here, only real way of going late initiative is going to be this. I mean, really late initiative, and that's definitely where we want to be. And yeah, we should just wound one of them. It's quite valuable. I guess there's the possibility of the elementals being able to wound all of them. Will they clump? Let's see. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. They will clump. All right. So yeah, let's actually let the elementalist do the wounding. So we'll attack with this. So yeah, I think setting up for a wound is a good idea. So we need this as a move, and then we need to go late. Ugh. Actually don't have good late initiative. Well, anyway, Crystallizing Blast makes sense, so it's not really going to do much, but Ice also isn't great to create against them. But again, I think it's still correct. All right, let's go. They're trying to split. Lurker's doing standard stuff. Okay, great. So, Lurkers go first. They have move 3. Oh, we didn't place ourselves. I'm sorry. All right, well, I'll just put myself as far back as possible, which is probably to my disadvantage, but just to be safe. Theoretically, is that what I would have done? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I guess I would have. I mean, I probably would have done something like this, but it's okay. This is fine. All right, so 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Battle goals. Good call. Thank you, Thoth. Thank you. Got so distracted. Themris's long-term goal of getting us talking about the Elementalist. I guess skip battle goals. Have one or more monsters present on the map, or reveal a tile by opening. Or reveal a room tile by opening a door. This is a difficult one to do. Even though 2 check marks is tempting, I'd rather just get something. This I can guaranteed get. Just take it slow. I do want perks, but better get guaranteed perks than risk it and get nothing. Will allow no one to become exhausted. Well, literally no one can become exhausted since our goal is that everyone has to make it to the exit. I guess people can become exhausted once they make it to the exit. Yeah, let's read their goal again. All characters must escape through exit A. Escape occurs when all characters are either standing on exit A or have become exhausted while standing on exit A. If any character becomes exhausted while not occupying exit A, the scenario is lost. Still, I mean, that's one of the easiest goals in general. What was the other one we put back? One-shotting someone as the soothsayer? No, I don't think so. Oh, I don't know. DTS mod stuff. Use no items or kill a monster with 4 or more. Well, definitely not use no items, and 4 or more is quite possible with all the blesses we get. All the curses are going to make it's a very swingy scenario. My favorite. 1, 2 to there. Okay. So now we're up on the Elementalist. So we should Crystallizing Blast first. Really doesn't change anything. This can only create fire, but sure. 1, 2, 3. Hit all of them. If we'd had someone create an element for us before Crystallizing Blast, I guess could actually do a bit more damage by using this, but we'll use this next turn. And at least we can draw some curses this way, which is nice. All right, so we create ice, and we'll flip for 3, 5, 6 in that order. Each of these are attack 1s on something with 1 shield, so yeah. Yep. All right, no damage, and literally did nothing effective. Nice. Nice. And then we're going to use a move 2 to create fire, because we've got the fire. I don't really have any reason to move up. I mean, it gets us closer to the door, which is good, but I'd rather let the Quartermaster potentially move in front of us. I guess there's a decent chance the Quartermaster goes up here. Guess this makes sense. There's no way we can block them off completely. They're always going to be able to hit 2 targets, unfortunately. So if the Quartermaster goes here, and so for example, if the Quartermaster goes here, then they're going to be able to hit both the Soothsayer and the Quartermaster. But if we go like this, and the Quartermaster goes like this, then, I mean, I guess, what? So this one, I mean, they'll all focus the Quartermaster, so only one will hit an additional target. Yeah, I think that's better. Because it also just lets us move up more, which is important. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're still just out of range of the lurkers. Perfect. Yeah, so we will actually just move up to here and create the fire. And while we're at it, we will go ahead and use this wand to create the earth, because we're going to use Formless Power and our robes next turn. Okay. So then next up is the Soothsayer. So we're going to start up Power Ballad. And then we're going to, oops, wrong card. We're going to start up Power Ballad. And then we're going to use the bottom of Melody and Harmony to do a move 3, attack 3, range 3. And we're going to move to here and do an attack 3, targeting, I guess, I guess we want to, I mean, the Quartermaster is going to attack this one, so I guess we should attack this one to spread the damage a bit since we're going to be doing AoEs. So sure, hitting number 5. And this just affects allies, right? Yep. All right. So 4, which is 3 damage. Down to 8. Nice. And then the Quartermaster goes, so we're going to do attack 5. Oh, wow, we didn't need to create the extra element. I forgot about the light generation. Oh, well. So be it. I mean, we're probably not going to miss the wand usage. So we do attack 5, range 3, targeting lurker number 3. +1, so we get 6, but really 5. And then we're just going to do move 4, and we're going to move on up to here. And the deep tears do nothing. All right, so ice spikes. Yeah, I think I want to use Formless Power. It's so good to get it set up. And this shouldn't be an extremely long scenario. I mean, it's a movement scenario, but losing a card now isn't really going to change our movement so much, and is going to increase the tempo with which we can move through rooms by being more effective. So I think I do want to get this set up, and it's so valuable right here. It just feels great to have it for the rest of the scenario. It can be difficult to set up sometimes, so I think here it's worth it. Scenario shouldn't be as long as the previous one was. Okay, so as for you, Soothsinger, I guess we don't get all the curses with Discernment. Off topic, I'm looking at the /r Gloomhaven stats. We need to take time to make new Reddit pretty. Yeah, I know we do. Like I said, I'm planning on working on that within the coming week or two at the very latest, because you're absolutely right. Alrighty then. Do we disarm all of them? Yeah. Disarming them all has to be better than cursing them. And we'll use Disorienting Dirge, even though it only hit 2 here, because it's still good enough. It also gives us early initiative, which is nice. Okay, and then here, ooh, we can be skewering them. We could skewer with our Ogre Club, but I don't even think that amount of damage is necessary. We can actually just skewer with Impaling Sphere. So what do we want to use as a... Ooh, Sharpening Kit. Do we go... Well, going before that doesn't matter, and Sharpening Kit does affect the Elementalist. Ooh, but then we're not using the Spear. Ooh, we should have stopped here. Ugh. All right. So, well, that's unfortunate. So Sharpening Kit is nice with Hasten Step, but because they have Shield 1, it's actually not even better than just using a Giant Club. So that's what we'll do. Giant Club will actually... So Hasten Step will do 2 attack 3s, but because they have 1 shield each time, this will just be 2 attack 2s, so 4. Giant Club will be a 5. Admittedly, I guess drawing 2 modifiers when we have a bunch of curses may be better, spreading it. Oh my god. What's worse is I think Reddit is becoming more aggressive with trying to force people onto it. Sometimes, even though I'm logged in, and even though I've like in my settings and on the tab and everything, I've chosen to opt out, it still sometimes forces me onto new Reddit for no reason. I have to like go through and do it all over again to make sure that it lets me stay on old Reddit. And nowadays, if you're not logged in, so like sometimes I see this if I'm on my phone somewhere and I'm not logged in, um, there's not even it used to be from the drop down. But yeah, so it used to be on the drop down that if you clip the drop down, there was immediately, I mean, on the list of options from the drop down, it was opt out of the redesign. But now there's not even that from the drop down. There's just visit old Reddit, and you have to do this individually for every single like. So if you go to reddit.com and then you want to see old Reddit, you click that. I mean, obviously you can go into your options, but options don't save. Yeah, including us for sure. But options don't save when you're not logged in. So again, you click visit old Reddit, but then if you click on a link on Reddit, then suddenly you're at the new Reddit again. You just have to keep repeating this. I mean, this is something that I really don't appreciate. It's like Windows 10 being intrusive, stuff like this. It's one thing if the new Reddit, I mean, all right, it's one thing to provide the new Reddit as an option, but trying to like use backhanded methods for forcing people to use it doesn't inspire like consumer trust. I mean, like when you intentionally try to make it more and more difficult to let people do what they want to do. Like at the beginning, when there was always the drop down, you click it, opt out of Reddit, and then it's done. Sure. But yeah. All right. Well, anyway, back to the scenario. Sharpening kit's definitely the way to go. Time to club them. Well, that's annoying. Oh dear God, that is terrible. Oh. Oh, there is light though. Well, it's not a great round. All right, so the lurkers consume ice, and they all have 2 shield now, so they have 3 shield, and the quartermaster gets wounded. Well, it's going to make our turn significantly less effective now that we're attacking into 3 shield enemies, but so be it. Stupid lurkers. I liked you guys! Alright, so then it is the Soothsinger's turn. So we gain 1 experience for having a song up. We're going to use the bottom of Disorienting Dirge, so we give a bless to both of our allies. And we give 2 curses to the enemies, because they're just 2 in range 3 of us. And then we're going to use the top of Throw Voice to disarm all of them. So at least any that survive, which obviously is going to be a lot of them since they've shield 3 this round. Just getting a taste of our own medicine in terms of that stuff. Oh, crap. Give me 1 second. My fiance forgot to take her keys to work today, so I have to answer this so I can let her in. 1 sec, sorry. We know? Oui, j'arrive. All right, so where were we? We gave them the 2 curses. Check. Make sure we shuffle that in. We shuffled in 2 blesses to our 2 allies. And then we use the top of Throw Voice and disarmed all of them. All right, easy enough. Then it is the Quartermaster's turn. We're going to use Sharpening Kit. You and all allies within range 2 add +1 to all your attacks this round. So then we're going to use the top of Giant Club to make an attack 5. We get +1 from Sharpening Kit, so 6, and +1 from Power Ballad, so we get 7. I guess we'll hit this one. I mean, we couldn't kill this one anyway, but rather let the wound... No, I guess maybe then it's not... No, but we can skewer these 2 next turn. Yeah. Yeah, so we'll hit number 5. Okay. No missu. Nice. All right, so we got an 8 total, -3 shield. Gives us 5 actual damage. Not bad. But yeah, so I mean, I do agree, Themris. I don't understand why anyone uses it, but it is besides the point. We still need to support what people are doing. All right, we're done there. So then it's the Elementalist turn. So we're going to first set up Formless Power. So we gain 2 experience and activate this. So to clarify what this does, well, it's basically like the robes. Once during each of your attack actions, you may consume 1 of any element, add +1 attack to the entire attack action. An amazing loss. And then we're going to use our Robes of Evocation plus that to consume both the light and the earth. See, we created the earth for something. We're 1 step ahead of these silly lurkers. Got you good. And then we're going to use fire with the top of ice spikes, which also gives us 1 experience. This way, we get +1 in wound here, so 2. Then the robes plus the formless power gives us +2 more, so we get a total of 4. +1 from sharpening kit, so we get a total of 5. So we have an attack 5 wound. And we'll go 3, 5, 6 in that order. Nothing else to use there. I think that's already enough, right? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh my god. 2 of our 3 curses on our giant attack that we use so much on. Ugh. Ugh. So our 5 does 2 damage here, putting this to 1 and wounding it. Beautiful. All right. So I was just reading chat. So then we're done. Do we need to create? Oh no. So we created fire. Sorry, with the modifier. Can we do anything meaningful with fire? The best thing to do are AoE attacks. We're definitely not playing any more losses, so probably not AoE attacks. So I guess just Winter's Edge plus something with Formless Power. So that'll be what the fire's for. All right, that's fine. All right, so then the Deep Terrors go, and again, do nothing. All right, well, we want to do Impaling Spear, and we need to go early, and we need to move, and I mean, 1 shield does do something because, no, actually, it doesn't do anything, but I mean, why not? I guess it can do something. Yeah, we can use Echoing Aria, and then the shields connect. Oh no, they have Disarm this round. But I guess we'll just use that. No, I guess in that case, we should use this as a generic move 2 to go as early as possible before they move so that we can still get our good skewer. This one's going to die anyway, so the 2 we want to skewer are this. Since they're disarmed, we don't need to worry about... Oh, we also took 1 from our wound, sorry. Since they're disarmed, we don't need to worry about shielding or even going before them so much. I mean, no, we don't need to worry about shielding, but we do still want to go before them. So that means we definitely don't want to use Echoing Aria's bottom. We definitely do want to use Singing Arrow's top. We want to use that before. Ah, I'm an idiot. I forgot the one attack from Power Ballad. Well, I forgot to declare which one I was using it on, so too late for the Elementalist. One of them should have been an attack 6. It will. So, yeah, I guess just doing this to heal the wound off of the Quartermaster before it ticks for too much more damage seems good. And the initiative there is right as well, and giving 3 curses. So like I said here, it's probably just going to be an attack with Winter's Edge, which is basically the best we can do. Hitting one of those 2 that whichever the Quartermaster doesn't kill. And I guess, is there an element we really want to set up? Actually, kind of poor on top attacks. Unfortunately, we've already used the Earth, because otherwise we can create Ice here. We can't create, I mean, we can create Wind. I mean, there's no need to go fast this round, but I guess we can go fast next round as well. But I guess if there's no need to go fast, we can just use Winter's Edge and Burial. The only problem with that is Winter's Edge can only hit this one. But it shouldn't actually die to the spear anyway, so Winter's Edging this one should be fine, actually. And worst case scenario, we can always use the Hawk Helm with Winter's Edge to hit this one. I really like the Hawk Helm. I think it's great on this class, too. Themris, I'm curious, what did you use as a helmet for this class? I mean, I guess maybe since you were using stamina potions, you used something like Empowering Talisman, or is there some later prosperity item? I mean, it's been a while since I've even looked at the later prosperity items, because, I mean, Eagle Eye Goggles are so bad for this class. I think the Hawk Helm was great, but maybe there's something else I'm missing. I mean, like I said, I guess with regular stamina potions, obviously this is a quite clear choice, but given that we don't have that. All right. So yeah, let's do this. All right, so who's first? The Soothsinger. So we gain 1 experience from our song, and then we're going to gain 1 more experience from using Soothing Lullaby's bottom to heal the Quartermaster for 3. Yeah, I understand. Yeah, without having... I mean, yeah, I can get back mana potions, so it's still kind of okay, but I think without real stamina potions, the talisman is just a lot less tempting. And then we use the top of Singing Arrow to give 3 curses, because they're still clumped as 3. Okay, and then it's the Quartermaster's turn. So we're going to do the bottom of Reinforced Steel as a generic move 2. We're going to move to here. We're going to use a charge of our Minor Endurance Potion to bring back Reinforced Steel, so we can have good initiative again afterwards. And because it's a good card, and gives us an extra turn here. Then we're going to use the top of Impaling Spear, gaining 1 experience, doing an attack 3. So let's see, this one should be very easy to kill. We're going to get an attack 6 on it. So we'll use attack 4 here and attack 3 here. So we'll do the 3 and then the 4. Yeah, so 4 actual damage here, or 4 actual attack here, which does 3 actual damage. Thanks down to 3. And then the attack 4 on the one in the back. Plus 2, so 6, so 5 actual damage, putting it down to 6. All right, Thoth, let me take a look at what that is. 75. Yeah, that's fine as well, actually. Honestly, that's a quite reasonable headpiece, and not too expensive. I think that's a good call. I don't remember. I mean, I know I've unlocked this before. Is that? Oh, that is a random item design. Okay. Yeah, so I guess the initials. I mean, oh yeah, because I can't show you on the stream. Yeah, COE, exactly. Okay. Yeah, that's fair. That's maybe even better than Hawk Helm then. But again, it's also random whether you get that or not. Okay, so we're done there. So then next up are the lurkers. So this one is going to die. This one's going to stay there. I believe they're moving, right? And they have +1 move, sure. And then this one will move to there. So it dies because it has only 1 life left, and it is wounded. Ah! Wait, didn't we wound all of them? Yeah, I just forgot to place the rest of the wounds. I'm just an idiot. Just an idiot. Just because that was the only one I did damage to, so for some reason I was just forgetting about the others. Do we just... Son of a bitch, we just deleted someone. Okay, so let's fix this. Do we do the damage there? We did the damage there, I hope. I mean, if not, it's our own fault at this point for accidentally deleting people. And number 5 is dead. And so it was us who killed it with the wound, so this is actually a check mark for us. Table flip. I should have table flipped before rewind. Although I'm afraid of how much it would lag when I table flip, and I would have to rewind about 10 times to actually get back to where I was. Okay, so we've done everything correctly with them now. They don't have their disarms anymore, and they do have the wounds. This we have to eliminate now, and oh yeah, we have to actually go through the rest of the round manually now because let's make sure there's nothing to be reshuffled. No, looks like we're all good. So they're done here. So it's the Elementalist's turn. So we're going to begin by using Winter's Edge. We don't need to use an element on this, nor will we use the Power Ballad for this, because this... Actually, we can just use Burial to kill that one. It's 2 health left, and it's wounded? Yeah. All right, so we'll begin by using Winter's Edge. Yeah, I think that's fair. So we'll begin by using Winter's Edge, actually, targeting the adjacent lurker, which is going to be disadvantaged, so it's a little bit annoying, but so be it. Yeah, especially... We got rid of 2 curses in our deck already. We should be fine. All right, so... Oh, but we want to kill... We should kill both of them. Hold on. So this is 5 health, so we need to deal 6 damage. We're disadvantaged. We have no -1s in our deck. All right, so it's time to believe. So what we're going to do is we will use Power Ballad for the Winters. I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter which one we use which on. We have a -2, so if we get a -2 on a 3, it's 1 here. Yeah, either way, it's exactly the same. We also did not place the coin. That one died. Sure, we'll use Winter's Edge with Power Ballad. So attack 6 with disadvantage, targeting lurker number 6, the one adjacent to us. Come on. All right, nice. So 6 damage minus his 1 shield. There's 1 shield. Yep. Equals 5 damage. So we kill this one, and we get to mark off another lurker kill. This is how it happens every time, Themris. I never get to play this class for long. We're going to be 2/3 the way through our personal quest, and we won't have, I mean, after 3 scenarios. Okay, and then we're going to use Burial, and with Burial, we're going to consume the fire with the bottom of Formless Power to make this into an attack 4, range 3, targeting lurker number 3. Oh, okay, well, we didn't kill that one yet. That's okay. We'll have another shot. At least we got rid of literally all of our curses already. Nice. And that's us. What's crazy about this is, like, all right. I'm not going to. I'm going to avoid, I mean, I have to avoid oozes now, but I'm gonna try to avoid retiring it. What's crazy about this, it's more just funny that this happens organically every time I play this class. Like I said, this will be the 3rd Triforce I've played, and I've never made it to level 7, even though I'm not the type of person who rushes personal quests. Like, I prefer to just play a class, and if the personal quest happens organically, I let it happen. I mean, what I mean is, if I'm in a scenario, for example, like here, and I can kill a type of enemy that I need to kill, I will try to kill them, but I'm not going to specifically only do scenarios that I need and stuff like that unless I'm, like, at level 9 or bored with the class. And I've always enjoyed the concept of this class, and I've always wanted to play it to level 9, but it somehow happens every time that no matter what goal I take. I mean, for example, in the previous campaign, I had this goal on someone, and it took forever before we actually successfully completed it. But here, without even trying, we're just 2/3 the way done. It's the curse of this class, my curse for this class, basically. All right. Anywho, we do want to finish off. Thought might take 100 damage personal quest to be quick. Doesn't like Triforce, boot it. Sorry, Core Lord. So we're going to actually use our wand at the end of our turn there to create wind. Same with my group. The only time we do extra work towards goals, try to sync up retirements to unlock new classes at the same time. Yeah, I think that's perfectly fair. I mean, I think it's to each their own. If people want to just keep spamming retirements, they can. That's not really my play style, but I don't fault people for doing that. But yeah, it's definitely much more my style just to like enjoy the class. All right, so we want to create wins so that we can use this and do some killing. And I guess we want to go early. We don't need to move much. We can just grab one of those coins. And by creating ice, we cannot move with this because this is the one that uses ice to move. Also is the one that we would attack with here. Otherwise, if we just deal 1 damage, so we could not use this at the end of our turn, and then we can use any element on a top attack. Yeah, that's probably better. Oh no, so we will create this. No, we actually don't need the any element, because the generic attack 2 does it, because we just need 1 damage. Oh no, because if we kill it, then we can actually pick up the coin with someone, which is valuable. Okay, so let's do that. We're going to go quickly, which I guess means no, we want to create ice, so we can use that to move. So ice to move, and I mean, we won't be able to attack with this. Yeah, having the 2 of these together is bad. I mean, we needed it because we need the movement here, but they do not play well together. That is for sure. So we're going to use ice to move the following turn. I mean, I guess, yeah, whatever. We're just going to use this. It doesn't really matter. That's a generic punch. I think our Elementalist did enjoy having a goal he could punch the eject button with, as he really wasn't having fun with it. Fair enough. Yeah, this class is definitely not for everyone. And I think there are definitely design flaws in the class, so I can understand people's criticisms quite easily. So we want to be careful not to move too much. I mean, I guess it's going to be like going to there, so going to there and there. I mean, we should grab all these coins. We're not in that much of a hurry at this point, so I guess we can just play like a throwaway top and just do a move and curse. Oh no, but the top of this is actually better. So if we just move 2, we can actually use this top then to bless both allies. Yeah. Are they both in a spot? Yeah, if we go to there, and I guess the quartermaster goes there, that's fine. The quartermaster has more movement, so it's better, I guess, if we go later. The Elementalist kills this, so the Quartermaster goes to this. Yeah, that makes the most sense. So we want to go as late. Oh, that works. Which is a bummer because on paper, it looked exactly like the kind of puzzle class he enjoys, but it just didn't work for him. Now he's on Tinker and having a blast, so it's all good. Interesting. Yeah, they do have kind of similar card colors, especially on TTS, where it kind of blurs the card colors together a bit. So I guess we just want an insurance policy. So we want to go after 15. That's easy enough. And we want to save our biggest movement. I mean, I guess the way we move the most is, well, yeah, we want to keep these 2 cards anyway. I think that makes sense. Because this gives us a ranged attack to use on one of the deep terrors. And we go at 17 so that we want to try to let the Elementalist get the kill, but if the Elementalist fails, then we'll come in and snake it. All right. So 38. So first is the Elementalist. So the Elementalist is going to do oh, we didn't create the element in the end. I don't know why that's there. Oh no, we did, because we said, although we actually forgot about Power Ballad. But whatever, at this point it's too late. Who cares? So be it. Would the wind have helped us move more? No, we're creating ice and they're on separate cards. Yeah. So it would never work. All right. So, yeah. I'm sorry, I was just getting distracted for a second. So we do the move 2 with ice. Going to here. Meanwhile, I'm playing lightning, causing the entire table to break out into laughter. Yep. And we create ice, and then we're just going to use the top of Primal Duality to do a punch. We'll consume the wind to get +1, and we'll use the Power Ballad to get +1. This gives us an attack 4. So now even if we draw -2, we're safe. So an attack 4. All right, creating ice, how useful. So we do 3 damage to this lurker and kill it, which gives us our 3rd lurker kill. Sorry, just getting distracted reading a couple things. All right, let's check mark this. So we're done. So then it's the quartermaster's turn. So we're just going to do a generic move and hop onto this coin. So now we will be able to purchase our compass after this scenario. Lurkers have been eliminated. It's scary that their resummon wasn't reshuffled in. Oh, that's a scary card to approach them on. Deep Terrors go. And that's our turn. We gain 1 experience for having a song up. And we do a generic move with Echoing Aria, going 1, 2, 3 to this coin, which we're going to then use a charge of Major Endurance to get back. And then we use the top of Tuning the Outcome to bless affect all adjacent allies, giving each ally a bless. Oops. I love playing Music Note. It's such a fun class. I mean, it's way too strong, obviously, but man, it's a fun class. Because I love support. Support is my jam. It's just a fun support class, quite simply. Well, I mean, we're playing these 2 cards. I guess we'll see how we want to play them exactly. Here, kind of doing a crappy turn as we approach them. I guess we'll see what they're going to do, whether we even approach or not, or how much we approach. Kind of want to go later, although we can't really go after them, which is unfortunate. I mean, we're going to play our cards, and we'll see. Worst case scenario, we can just take a turn off. In that case, would it be better to just long rest on the Elementalist? Get a lot of stuff back. No, I think it's fine like this. Range 4 attacks? So it would be to here, so we'd only be able to move up a little bit, or 1, 2, 3. Otherwise, we take 9 attack on someone in exchange for getting to do. Well, we can use like the ice. This. Yeah, I mean, I think it's fine to just go up. Well, are we going to put ourselves needing too much healing as we go forward if we take 9 here? I guess we'll probably be okay. What's annoying is we're not going to. No. We actually should just move up a tiny bit. But if we long rest and we're in range for their summons, that's bad. Yeah, now we've put ourselves in range for the summon. So this doesn't actually make sense. We should move up. God, a long rest would have been good, though. We all need health after losing 3 going in here. But I think this is probably still correct. All right. So we go first. I guess we don't need to do the full move 4. Moving 3 is enough. So we'll just do the top of Nimble Knife to bless affect 1 adjacent ally, and we'll bless the Quartermaster. Actually, yeah, we'll bless the Quartermaster. Music is, I think, what I have next up. That and Tentaskull are the last 2 we have to unlock. Our group has seen them before, but they're still the last 2 are locks for our current campaign. Okay. And so then we have a generic move 3 on the bottom of Echoing Aria. 1, 2, 3. Or we could do the bottom of Echoing Aria as shielding. So if we use, did we gain our 1 experience for a song up, by the way? No, we have not. All right, so we gain 1 experience for having a song up. If we use Echoing Aria, shield 2 at range 3. And the Quartermaster can just go to there. Yeah, that's actually worth it, I think. That'll negate 4 damage and gives us 1 experience. So sure, instead of moving, we use the bottom of Echoing Aria to gain 1 experience and shield 2 affect all allies within range 3. Okay, so then we have the Quartermaster who goes. So we're going to use the bottom of Hasten Step as a move 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, just going to there, not moving any further. And then we're going to use the top of Bladed Boomerang, gaining 1 experience, doing attack 2, range 3 wound, targeting Deep Terror number 7. Okay. There we go. Then it's the Elementalist's turn. So the Elementalist is going to do a move 3. 1, 2, 3 like this. That works. We don't actually need to use our boots, and it does still give us range. 1, 2, 3. Yep. So they'll both focus the Quartermaster from here. So we move 3 with the bottom of Raw Enhancement, and then we use the top of Pure Augmentation, consuming the ice, giving us an attack 3, targeting the Elite, number 7. Nothing special to use here. Yeah, creating wind, sure. Putting it down to 5. So then we're done. So then the Steve Terror takes 1 damage from its wound, and they both attack the Quartermaster with attack plus 0, so attack 5 and then attack 4 on the Quartermaster. So 5 first, 6. So we have 3 shield, 2 from Arya, plus 1 here. Ah! We forgot Power Ballad again. Man, I'm really bad at forgetting that every time. So he should actually be done 2. Both those attacks should have done 1 more damage. Okay, so again, an attack 6, subtract 3, so we take 3. And then attack 4, miss. Okay. Well, Arya was heal 2 there in the end. So maybe it was better to move. So should we bring the song back? No, disarming them seems pretty good. Although, do we even need to disarm them? I mean, we have to make this decision now. We can't wait to see what the other people get back. Let's see. Disarming seems kind of unnecessary. We need just a tiny amount of damage here. I mean, Crystallizing Blast actually does it. And so then we would just need a bit more here. Now, we actually don't need to play a top, I guess. So we can bring the song back, and then we can save our charges of this stuff. So yeah, let's bring the song back. Yeah. I mean, don't want to lose to Torrington Dirge, right? That's a very good card, though. That's fine. That is fine. I want to get rid of one of those anyway, I guess. Well, not especially, but it's not a big deal that we lose it. All right, that's fine. Also a good attack for us. We do still have our spear, so losing that actually kind of sucks. But at the end of the day, there are a lot of enemies here who have retaliate, and again, we also just really need all our movement. Not worth the reroll. So, be nice to go give them some curses, but move forward. 27 initiative. Can we kill them after that without them? I think they're pretty late. I think we should be fine going at 27 and tossing them some curses. And we won't get a song set up though. Yeah, but again, we don't really care about the song right now. Better to get the curses while we can. So we need to go after 27. No, that's not going to do it, right? Because we have 26 or 40. 40 is too risky. That's just, oops, that's just asking for trouble. All right, so instead, let's just do, and we'll get to use that at some point. It's fine. So this is a move 4, and set up the song again. Which is still going to be Power Ballad for now. Yeah. All right. And that gets us 19. So then we have the luxury of going just after that with a 20. We want the top of Sharpening Kit to actually heal while moving, I think. I guess we don't have to go after. It's also not that important. I mean, it gives us +1 attack. But I'm not sure how much that actually matters. Shouldn't really matter, I think. Maybe it does. I could just use this for now. I don't necessarily want to bring it back. Could use this, but I don't want to use such a big move when I don't need to move, because I have to actually move a bit just to be able to hit this one. So a small move is really better. I mean, I guess then I could just use, well, I guess it's kind of the same which one of these I use. All right, yeah, let's just use this then. Just to move and go hit it. As for us, it's kind of the same thing. We need to just move a small amount. Well, we need to actually hit first, and I guess then we want to move 3 because we'd like to pick up that thing's coin. Or either of their coins. Doesn't really matter so much. So if we want to do a move 3, that means we need to use this. Oh, then we've got bad initiative, so that doesn't really fly. So instead we use our boots. I guess we're ready to refresh all our items with the earring anyway, so it's probably fine to use our boots. So we can create ice or light and dark. We're creating ice with our top anyway, so light and dark is actually the answer. Okay. Let's go, 75. Oh, we could have gotten away with greedier initiative. Oh, we forgot to go after this. This is actually a mistake. Oh well. So we're going to go first. We perform generic move 2 at the bottom of reinforced steel. Going 1, 2 to here. Oh no, 1, 2 to here because maybe he wants to go there. And then we make an attack with Scroll of Lightning, attacking the Harrower number 8. This creates light. And we get an attack 5 on him. Needs not miss. All right, good. 6, which puts him down to 1. And then next up is the, I mean, this turn was actually kind of nonsense because the song didn't come before anything. Oh well. Next up, we're gonna use Crystallizing Blast. So first we create ice and we make the attack. We're gonna consume the wind using Formless Power to add +1 to the attack. So this gives us an attack 2, range 3, expanding like this. We'll do the elite, then the regular. So attack 2, range 3, creating ice. So first the elite. All right, and then the regular. All right, so we created Earth. We did 3 damage here. It's at 2 life, so it's dead. And we did 2 damage here. It's at 1 life, so it's dead. And I think it is worth using my boots. I'm only getting 1 movement out of them, but I get a coin, which I think is worth it. Okay, so then we're done. So then the Soothsinger goes. We perform move 4 with the bottom of Nimble Knife. 1, 2, 3, 4, like so. And we use the top of Power Ballad to set it up. And the Deterrors are eliminated. All right, so it needs to be the Elementalist who opens the door. And attacks with what exactly? Oh, we use Primal Duality to move, sorry. So we should have a Dark as well. Could use Burial as a loss? Man, that would be super powerful. We don't know how necessary it is the thing. Don't know what's going to be the next room, but man, that could give us a crushing turn. We could have AoE attack 7 immobilize curse. I'm not sure if it's too early. I mean, if we go through this room quickly, we can just run out of the scenario. Otherwise, we can just do this, which is probably the correct thing to do. Just stunning something. Yeah, I know. Now we have a persistent loss out. All right, let's see. Let's math it out, right? If we play a loss this rest cycle, so let's say we have 3 turns left here, play loss this rest cycle, come back to 6 cards, 3 turns there, that's 6. Then we go down to, so then we'll presumably play no more losses for the rest of the scenario, which is also pretty reasonable. I don't play that many losses with this class typically. So that's 6. So then we'll have 2 turns because we'll have 5 cards, but with 1 charge of this. So that's 9. We'll have 4 cards, that's 11. Then 3 cards, but second charge. So that's 13. And then 2 cards, so 14. So that gives us 14 more turns, or 14 turns total remaining for the scenario. Bottom Burial is good, but it's unlikely we get to use it that much because we have to move a lot for the rest of the scenario. Yeah, exactly. The biggest problem is if we use Burial, it just doesn't work, right? Because we can't. So Burial could work if we weren't the one opening the door. Because then we could decide if we see that, for example, the top of Burial isn't going to get us anything, we could just use the bottom of Burial to move and then another top, which we could actually do something with. But the problem is if we want to be the one to open the door, which we do for our battle goal, then, I mean, yeah, there's another door, but it's safer to just take it now. Then we would have to already have used the other bottom, in which case then we would literally be able to do nothing with the top of Burial. It's not necessarily a terrible thing sometimes because we could just, pull back into this room. But if we have to, if it's a scenario where we have to run through everything, pulling back into this room might be a bit too costly. So I think I think it is probably correct just to do the stun attack, even though if only we had Elemental Aegis, it's true. Elemental Aegis here, we'd run in with shield 6, although admittedly, the lurkers do have Pierce. So I think the elites probably hit for what, like 5 with, 5 with Pierce 3. So even Elemental Aegis wouldn't do it. All right. Yeah, so stoking hail. What are we moving with? We have literally neither of the elements of pure augmentation, nor are we going to create those elements here. We can create ice, but that doesn't help this bottom. So I think we just use this in move 3, which I think is fine. All right. A soothe singer. Um, I think maybe fine just moving up, grabbing that coin, so I don't move the full amount, and using tuning the outcome. Then I've got 2 good turns afterwards, but I haven't moved enough is the big issue. I've moved like 1 smaller than I'm supposed to, but maybe that's okay. It does give 2 blesses and make sure we get the coin. So I'm losing 1 movement to be able to give 2 blesses and get a coin, rather than having a turn where I have a top which does nothing. I think that's actually worth it. So let's do that. So let's go with tuning in the outcome. And so we need to play one of these 2 here because we need to go, actually one of these 3, but we want to always have this, and yeah, so it is one of these 2. Question is, I mean, Echoing Aria is obviously infinitely more powerful than Soothing Lullaby, but admittedly against lurkers, it's less sure how much better it is, and everyone is missing health. That's a toughie, actually. I think I probably keep Echoing Aria. It's probably still better. I would have gone for the juiced up burial plan personally, but I like playing more aggressively with big flashy attacks when the opportunity presents itself. Yeah, it's just unknown information. Like if I knew for sure that I could hit 2 targets with burial, then I would use it. But otherwise, I run the risk of doing less. Here, I can always do an attack 3, range 4, stun 1 target, which is really good. Okay, so let's see. How early is the door being open? 28, because the elementals, I mean, the Soothsayer's not going in. So we just need to go after 28. Puts us at 40, but I guess that's fine. Just do one of our bigger moves. Maybe even want to keep Impaling Spear. Better to use reserved energy. Yeah. Yeah, because Impaling Spear is actually the only good top attack we have left. Ooh, losing Ogre Club's kind of brutal. Melee attacks are not going to be good against a lot of enemies here. So, all right, let's move this away so we know what we're talking about. So we have boots, right? But again, so we can have movement 5, agreed. We do have to use this, though, first in order to get the boots, which sucks a little bit, but still, okay? The problem is not so much whether we would be able to reach something, it's whether we would have to put ourselves into a really bad spot and get blown up in order to reach something. Yes, exactly. That's as Themmer said. The problem is we don't know. I mean, like again, if we had something like an Invis Cloak, it's kind of a different story, but we don't. So we can't make a move like this and then be sure that we can survive it. All right, let's go. So we're going to use the bottom of Soothing Lullaby as a generic move 2 and move to here. We gain 1 experience for having a song up as well. And then we're going to use the top of Tuning the Outcome, giving both our allies another bless. Okay. Then it's the Elementalist's turn. So we're going to use the bottom of Pure Augmentation with neither element, but simply as a move 3. 1, and we have 2 movement remaining after we see what's up in this room. Yeah, I forgot to. I don't have the compass and I don't have push. Oh, what are the traps? Immobilize and damage. Ugh. God, I should have brought Shaping the Ether. Brutal. The worst time to not have brought that. I mean, I knew compass was good here. I remembered this room specifically. How do we get that chest? Yeah, see, in the end, actually, there were no enemies clumped. Burial wouldn't have done anything. I mean, again, this is being results oriented, which doesn't prove anything, but it's just the risk. Here, we're definitely happier with the choice we took because it works well against any room layout. Because we would definitely not be playing Burial now, which means we'd be doing nothing rather than doing an attack 4 stun. Alright, so what do we have for stats on them? 11, 15 on the lurkers. Wait, I think I set one thing up wrong. There aren't 3 lurkers, right? Oh yeah, there's really only 1 horror. Okay. We have spotted some sunken treasure, although I'm not sure how likely it is we're going to get the aforementioned treasure. Those traps are no joke. 12 health on this one. Alright, what are they all up to? It's sunken and behind traps. Yeah, that doesn't make me feel any more confident. Alright, so the horror is not going to do anything. The lurkers are doing very scary stuff. They have only 3 movement. Ugh, this is annoying. We don't get to do anything. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 are these. So the lurkers can come up to here, so we can't even move up to here. And since they're attacking all on one, this doesn't work. I mean, then either of these two can make it, like I said, to these spots. So even if we stun one of them, we would still get hit by the other. We also, I mean, that's basically it. It's just not worth it. So we're going to stun the Horror, which sucks because the Horror wasn't actually doing anything meaningful, but yeah, it is what it is. So yeah, we stop there actually with the bottom pure augmentation. And then we're going to use the top stoking hail. So we're going to consume the ice, gaining 1 experience, which adds stun to our attack. We have power ballad to turn it into a 3, and we're going to use formless power to consume earth, I guess, to turn it into a 4. Currently only have range 3, and he is 1, 2, 3, 4 away. So we are going to use our glorious hawk helm to add 1 range. So this gives us attack 4, range 4, stun, targeting Harrow Infestor number 2. Here we go. Oh, dear goodness. That's brutal. Okay. He's stunned. Well, I mean, I'm not going to place the stun because he goes next. So he just doesn't have his shield and retaliate. We're done. So then the lurkers go. We have 3 movement. Lurkers are extremely mischievous. They do have mushrooms for heads, so. Look at that clumping. Do we have it again? We do have it again. So since nothing else has happened, we're actually going to do some stuff at the end of our turn here. Because we are supposed to have elements here. So, yes. What we're going to do is we're going to actually pop our moon earring and refresh all of these. At the end of our turn, we're going to pop our minor mana potion, creating fire. We're going to, since these elements will both be gone and we need 2, yeah, and then we're going to pop both of our wands to create air and earth. It's going to be good. All of which is necessary. Yep, all right. So yeah, the lurkers go, and then it is the turn of the quartermaster. So the quartermaster is going to use the bottom of reserved energy as a move 4. 1, 2, 3 to there. And we're going to do the top of Bladed Boomerang, gaining 1 experience. So all the lurkers are going to get wounded by the Elementalist next turn, so we're definitely using Bladed Boomerang on the Harrower. Harrower is also probably scarier. I don't know. I guess this is probably the most scary, followed by this, and then these. All right, I'm clicking this. No. I'll check the link. You can send me the link again afterwards. I can't. It's best that I don't watch links on stream. But yeah, so attacking the Harrower, we get +1 again from the Ballad. Do we gain 1 experience for having? No, we did not gain 1 experience for having our song up on our turn. We forget that almost every time. All right. Anyway, so our attack 3, range 3 wound, targeting the Harrower Infester. Okay. And we're done. All right, so we need to go as early as possible. Hopefully they don't try to dick us again. And we're going to play, obviously, the combo. We're going to disarm all of them while we can, because right now they're obviously more threatening than they'll be next turn. And if we're disarming, we don't need Echoing Aria. I don't think they can attack before 14 anyway. Disorienting Dirge, 1, 2, yeah, it gives 2 curses and 2 blesses. Seems good. And then we'll use Aria next turn. And then, so we'll want to save our shielding for next turn. Ooh, but what we want is Sharpening Kit, and we need to go earlier. Oh, no. Oh, that means we have to attack with this as a generic. It's so worth it, though. I mean, I could try to go later on him, but, remember Power Ballad. Yeah, thank you. But, if we try to go later with him, there's the risk that, I don't know, something happens, one of them runs up here, they break their perfect little triangle. We really want to try to go as early as possible to make sure that we pull this off. So, but Sharpening Kit adds essentially 3 damage by playing it here. So I think it is worth it. I mean, the problem is we're losing our shield for next turn, but honestly, the shield for next turn, it's debatable how effective it is because they have Pierce anyway. I mean, I guess it does do something. It could negate 2 damage. But I think adding 3 damage this turn is more valuable than negating 2 next turn. And Sharpening Kit plus a generic attack gives us an attack 3, which is just as good, basically, as this. I mean, yeah, Hasten Step, I guess, would be better. But now the initiative matters more. No, hitting a crab with a hammer is wrong. I like lurkers. I'm just hitting them with some ice spikes. Because, you know, they're from ice. So just go home with their people. Hammers are super effective. This again? Oh my goodness. That's twice. Oh, TTS and its sentience. I mean, it's not like this is enormously devastating, right? They still stay in there, 3 clump. They're negating some of the damage, but this way they're also being disarmed for the following turn. Like, it's not truly bad, but last time it was worse because they had ice. This time they don't have ice, so they are just getting shield 1. But it is crazy that twice we have set up this huge ice spikes, and twice they have done this exact card on the turn we've done it. Oh, lurkers. I liked you guys. I respected you. All right, well, a wound on the quartermaster again, and the lurkers are done. So we're going to remember to gain our experience for the song. We're going to gain 1 experience from playing Disorienting Dirge. Again, there are 2 of them in range of us. So we're going to toss out a couple curses. These are their curses. Yep. And then we're going to toss out a couple blesses. Bless deck almost depleted. And then we're going to use the top of Throw Voice to disarm all of them. Okay, so then we have the Quartermaster who goes next. We're going to use the bottom of Sharpening Kit. You and all allies within range 2 add +1 attack to all your attacks this round. And then we're going to use the top of Crushing Hammer simply as a generic attack 2, and doesn't really matter which one we hit. We'll hit number 6, I guess. I don't think it changes anything. I guess theoretically the spot can hit 2 people if someone moves up there, but it's not even very... All right, sure, fine. We'll attack number 4. I guess that does technically make more sense. So we have Power Ballad plus Sharpening Kit. This gives us a generic attack 4. Attack 2, and he has 2 shields, so no damage. All right, it is what it is. So then it is the Elementalist's turn. So the Elementalist is going to use Ice Spikes, consuming fire, gaining 1 experience, and we're going to consume with Formless Power and Robes of Evocation, the 2 other elements here. This makes this attack a total of attack 4, again, plus Sharpening Kit gives us attack 5. So we have attack 5 wound, and a single one of them is attack 6. think it makes the most sense to have the largest stack on the elite, who is the most difficult and the most threatening. So we'll make the attack 6 on the elite, followed by attack 5 on lurker number 4, and attack 5 on lurker number 6. We have range, I think, easily. Yes, yes, very easily. Okay. All right. Yeah. Well, it's just our typical choosing bad ordering there. That was a pretty absurd series of flips at the very least. Although we have so many pluses in our deck at this point. And we have no curses remaining. All right, so the 6 does nothing except places a wound on the elite. And then the other 2 5s are doubled to 10s. They have 2 shield on the regulars, 1 normally and 1 from their action this turn. So it's 8 total damage to the normies. All right, well, I mean, we did 16 damage and applied 3 wounds. I guess we'll take it. It's an all right day's work. So the real question is, do we want to create ice? I think the answer has to be no. Ice can give us +1 attack on Winter's Edge this coming turn, but it also can be used by them to great effect. So I think I would rather just not create it, as sad as that is. So we will actually just stay where we are and not move nor do anything else. That's not actually true, right? He's got 2 movement. No, he can't reach us. Yep, we'll stay where we are. Okay, the Horror Infestor goes, takes 1 damage from its wound, goes down to 3. Its focus is 1, 2, 3 to there, but it has only 2 movement this turn, so it cannot reach there. All right. So we're tossing out a Winter's Edge and doing the thing. Us, we're throwing out some curses and some arias. And us, we're playing these 2 cards, and we'll see exactly what they lead to. All right, let's go. Well, they would have created ice, not used it, but so be it. Horror Infestor goes first, sets up some more shield and retaliate, takes 1 from his wound. I guess I'll be leaving him alone. Then it's the Soothsinger's turn. Sorry, just distracted for a second there. So we gain 2 experience, 1 from Power Ballad, 1 from Echoing Aria. Yeah, we want to leave this spot so we can go there, so there's no reason to move up. So we will just play Echoing Aria, even though it does absolutely nothing, just literally gives 1 experience, because there's no reason to move up here. And we'll use the top of Singing Arrow, targeting the triangle like that, to give 3 curses, which are the last 3 curses, so it will be time for Disorienting Dirge soon enough. Oh, if we don't move up, the lurkers are moving before the quartermaster goes. So if one of them goes here, they're moving, I assume, right? Yeah. Shielding again too, huh? So I guess it is actually just better for us to move up here then. All right, so we'll do that. It puts us in a dangerous spot though. We're not actually going to kill the elite that quickly, and then the elite's going to bash on both of us. Well, I guess either way, he bashes on 2 people, but we can also just disable him next turn. We'll have another turn with Throw Voice. Yeah, we'll move up. We'll move up. So we'll gain 1 less experience, which again is not the end of the world. This also keeps them in their nice little triangle. I'm not sure it matters. No, it actually does. Yeah. So, sorry, the lurkers go now. They create ice and take 1 damage from their wounds, and all have 1 additional shield. But do not attack because they all have disarm. Okay. So then it is the quartermaster's turn. Well, we can either do, I mean, God, first of all, we take 1 damage from our wound. 13. Guess we're just going to pop our healing potion now, going up to 16, just because this gets rid of the wound. There's no guarantee that we're going to be healing in the immediate future, so. So this gives us an attack 3 and then an attack 2, whereas this just gives us an attack 4. Yeah, attack 2 is terrible against 2 shield. All right, so let's do Impaling Spear, gaining 1 experience. So we're going to do just an attack 4, hitting lurker number 4. Oh, we had Dynamo again, didn't we? Yes, we did. All right, so our 4 gets doubled to an 8. He has 2 shield, so it does 6 damage, so we do get our battle goal. So that one's completed, so we just have to have no one exhaust, and this one we already completed when we open the door. Nice. Alright, so coin there. And so then we have the bottom of Hasten Step as a move 5. Hmm. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes. Yes. All right. So these traps do so trapple 5 means 7 damage. Woof. That's no joke. And immobilized. Okay. Then it's the elementalist's turn. So we have 2 things to do. I think it is definitely worth using Winter's Edge. I mean, Hawkhelm here. So we're going to use Hawkhelm with Winter's Edge. This is going to give us a range 3. Man, yeah, I'm actually really happy with Hawkhelm on this class. I think it works really well, especially with Winter's Edge. I mean, yeah, that other item that Doth, your group use, I think is also fine. I mean, I don't have it admittedly. I think it's comparable, but Hawkhelm has been really good to me. Been consistently happy with it. Yeah. So let's get an attack 5, range 3, 1, 2, 3, targeting the elite. So the elite will have what, 3 shield here? I guess 2 shield. Yes, 2 shield. There we go. Yep. Yes. So attack 5 plus 1 from Power Ballad. So 6 on the elite. Come on, bless or crit. Just wind. When we'd had that win before. I mean, I guess next turn we'll have both though. So we got a +0 on a 6, and he has 3 shields, so he takes 3 damage, down to 11. And then we'll use the bottom of Burial, creating Dark. So this simply gives us an attack 3. We could buff it by using an element, but I'd rather keep them. I only need 1 damage here anyway, and then it'll die from its wound. Yeah, fair enough. All right, so we make attack 3, targeting the lurker number 6. All right, so we get 4, has 2 shields, so it takes 2 damage and just dies. At some point we'll get to long rest, but not yet. So short rests all around. Yeah, we don't need to bring back, although we kind of do want to bring back the song regardless because we want to start a disorienting dirge now. 3 blesses left, no curses left. Yeah, it's time for the dirge. It's time for the dirge. Yeah, I mean, shield's not so valuable here, and it's a small movement. I mean, we can't lose Scroll of Lightning at this point, so I lost our other attack 5. Ooh, perfect. We actually don't want Power Ballad anymore. I mean, admittedly, like, the bottom of Power Ballad's fine. That's why it's okay, even after we have to swap it out. It's just a nice bottom action, but of all the cards to lose, I'm perfectly fine with that. Yeah. I mean, it's not ideal, but again, it's fine. Oh, good call. I put that one in the correct one and that one in the correct one, just not that one. Not that it would have really changed much. At some point, we would just be missing a card on the Elementalist. Not that it would change much for this scenario, at least. All right. Thank you, though, Thoth. So Scroll of Lightning. We definitely need to keep this heal for ourselves for afterwards. Want to go early and kill that. Ooh, actually, do we even need? No. Oh yeah, we actually. Beautiful. We can actually keep Scroll of Lightning, which will be more valuable later, because we just need to kill that Harrower, so we can deal 1 damage to him. So actually, Impaling Sphere does it, which also gives us 1 experience. We want to go as early as possible to make sure we kill it before it goes. So I guess that means just this is a throwaway. And we'll just recover this, yeah. Meanwhile here, Or is it necessary to go that fast if we end up disarming them? Because we actually probably just disarm them, right? Can we disarm them and go early? Easily. Don't need echoing aria. We can just move with it, go up and pick a coin. So in that case, we don't need to go early, so we can actually save this. But it doesn't really matter if we do something else since we're just getting this back anyway. And we have no other contributions from bottoms. All right, that's fine. And so for the Elementalist, oh yeah, well, it's Winter's Edge for sure. We want to go earlier so they don't consume this element, although we can't really beat their timing with the element, unfortunately. Burial is tempting. If we are going to disarm them, maybe we just count on them not getting rid of the element. Worst case scenario, the Soothsayer can recreate it. Because with both of these, this does a lot of damage to him. I mean, Burial doesn't actually deal that much damage to him, I suppose. It really just does one. I'll flip some modifier, but our modifier deck's not very good. I don't know. We don't really need to be moving up just yet. I think it's fine to do this. I don't think we lose much. Since we're disarming this turn, I think it's fine. Obviously, if we were stunning, it would be significantly better, but... Oh, no! At 41! So close. All right, punished. Punished. I wonder, do they really have 3 cards that consume ice, then? Because that's 2 we've seen. Because normally most enemy... Our demons, which are the primary things which consume elements, have 2 cards. Do lurkers have more? Does anyone know? I mean, I don't want to... Well, I mean, I don't mind. I don't want... Yeah, that's difficult to explain. I guess we'll see. Because I don't want a definitive answer, but it's nonsense asking them. Now, we don't have a song, so we don't gain experience. Oh, we were supposed to actually set up a song. Whoopsie daisies. Well, I guess it doesn't really matter that we have a song this turn if we're just disarming. So, yeah, we disarm both the enemies. Oh, yeah, the point is because we were disarming this, we actually didn't even need to attack it. But, I mean, we'll have a chance to use the heal anyway, and it's safer to make sure that we attacked it. Plus, it gives us an experience. And then we use the bottom of Echoing Aria, and we're just going to move, I think, onto this coin right here. Okay. Then it's the... do demons really only have 2? God, it always feels like so much more. Well, it does feel like more because they can consume any element as well. But demons only have 2 that use their specific element. Each one has 2. All right. So now the Quartermaster goes, gains 1 experience, and makes an attack 3, targeting the Horror, using Impaling Spear. Well, I guess it didn't matter in the end anyway. So I assume he will not use the Dark. So he does move at -1, so he has 2 movement. He can just move towards his focus. 1, 2, 1, 2. Equal proximity, but closer to here. Goes down to 1. I mean, this has got to be part of this, since the heal 2 self for each target damage is only with the attack, so it makes sense that he shouldn't use it. Would be my read. And we lose the immobilize here. Oh, we forgot to actually do the rest of this. We use our bottom action as a generic, or as a default action, which allows us to recover this. We can't move to the chest because we were immobilized. Because we got immobilized last turn, but it lasts to the end of our next turn, which is this turn. Okay, the lurker goes, loses disarm, picks 1, it's wound. Oh yeah, and because the Soothsayer was going so early, we couldn't. It didn't actually make sense. We could never fix it. We did get heavily punished here. We're gonna miss 2 damage essentially with this turn. Ooh, more than that because we actually have to move. Oh gosh, we really misplayed here. Well, I mean, we're not really losing burial by moving, so it doesn't really change much because we're gonna be able to recover it. All right, so yeah, the lurkers consume ice, get strength and self, move and don't attack. And then it's the Elementalist turn. We were greedy. We were greedy. All right, so we're going to use the bottom of Burial as a generic move. Going here. This way we still get an attack 5. Even if we're missing out on basically 2 damage from the Pierce, it's still worth it to get the attack 5. And we'll use Burial a different turn. Since we use this as a generic move here, we can use a charge of our Endurance Potion. Just checking how many I had total to get Burial back, which is good anyway because we had an odd number of cards in our hand. This gives us an extra turn. And so then we use Winter's Edge simply as an attack 5. We don't have Power Ballad anymore. We'll consume the Dark, although it doesn't change because they're all going away, to actually get an attack 6 using Formless Power. So make an attack 6 targeting the Elite Lurker. Ooh, there we go. All right. Well, rewarded for being punished. Recompense. Like we'll say. Recompensed? Is there a verb for this in English? The problem is using other languages sometimes it blurs the lines. So in French, récompenser would be what I'm trying to say here. Is this in English a verb? To give someone recompense, is that it? Or is there a way to use, is recompense even a word in English? Oh God. Yes. Oh, so recompense is a verb as well. Oh, perfect. No, it is actually, as it turns out. I mean, according to the dictionary, Merriam-Webster, yep. Definition of recompense: to give something by the way of compensation. Aha! My French isn't completely ruining my English. All right, so yes, we were recompensed. That sounds so weird though. All right, anywho, that's done, and the round is over. So we have range with the Scroll of Lightning, and we don't need to move much, but we do want to go early to try to kill this thing before it goes, which makes sense. So we do that. Here, we need to use a generic at some point. We should have actually done that last turn with this. We're not paying enough attention. We also want to set up our song. So this is going to die. This is strengthened. So setting up the song is definitely good. We can't stop it from attacking, so the song is probably the best thing we can do. Are we adjacent to it? We are, but the attack curse bless doesn't do so much. I mean, the bless does something, the curse does nothing. I think it's just better to activate the song. In that case, we're not really doing anything with the bottom, so I guess we're just healing. What if we set up the healing song? Both of them actually need health. What if we just take the healing song for a couple turns? I mean, the disadvantage, it does change something this one specific turn, but after that, we'll have a couple turns where it doesn't matter at all. So I guess then the argument would be we could just use this very turn just so that he doesn't get a strengthened attack and waste our curses. And then just play this next turn. So then what do we do otherwise as a bottom here? I mean, a generic isn't really doing anything for us because we need to go early to get the song up. Yeah, an annoying spot here. I think I prefer just doing this and actually doing this just to give a bless. All right, and so then for the Elementalist, we didn't really set up any good attacks here, huh? Whoops. We have Burial as a bottom. And I guess we could use the Loss, but it's just silly. We don't have any elements, and I mean, I guess there will be light created if we go after 12, which we're always going after 12. But light can just be used as any element with any attack. We don't have any other specific elements, but we couldn't, I mean, I guess we can create one here if we need to at 11. All right, I guess we just go with this. With only a single element, this is going to be the best attack. We can create Earth. It's kind of medium overall. But we've played all our best cards already, so be it. Taking movement cards has definitely made our deck worse for actual fighting. Okay, so the Soothsinger's up first, so we're going to start Soothing Lullaby as a song, and then we're going to use the bottom of Disorienting Dirge, gaining 1 experience, and giving a bless to the Elementalist. So then it's the Quartermaster's turn, so we're going to use the top of Scroll of Lightning to make an attack 5, range 3. 1, 2, 3, so targeting the Elite. No items to use for this. +1, so 6. He has 2 shield, so that means 4 actual damage, putting him down to 6. And then we're going to use the bottom of Reinforced Steel as a generic move too. Let's hope that you all weren't wrong, and this is, in fact, not a setup. This would be, I agree, an exceptionally cruel setup, even for Isaac. What I'm afraid, like Thoth said, is just gonna be like 15 gold or something. Oh, it's a treasure map. I understand now. It's not a trap. It's a treasure map. 49, yep. All right. That's clever, at least. So this gives us scenario 17, Lost Island. Why is this treasure map? Because this is the most gold-friendly map or scenario in the game. So this is a cool one to get. I will be doing this one soon. Oops, not there. All right, that's a good chest. First I saw it was a scenario, and I was thinking, what? And then I realized which scenario it was, and quickly changed my tune. All right, changed my tune, I guess, with the bard. Nice. All right. So then we're done. So then the lurker goes. I actually can't attack both of us. Oof, we're maybe making some mistakes here, huh? Oh, oh well, so be it. Let's attack -1 at least. So he's going to here. Takes 1 from his wound to go down to 5. Attacks first the Soothsinger and then the Elementalist with advantage. Another curse? No. Punished for not playing the other song. Darn it. Darn it. All right, so +0, so 4 on the Soothsinger. Uh-oh. And then on the Elementalist. So that is how you get 17 if you don't take it as a reward way earlier. I was wondering about that. What was in the Sunken Treasure? What was in the Sunken Treasure was the treasure map, actually. It was a map to scenario 17. The scenario you and I just did, Themris. So it's like it's literally a treasure map because it takes you to the richest scenario in the game. All right, so it's a -1 and a -1, so 3 damage to the Elementalist. All right. Oh, I also forgot to gain 1 HP on the turn of the Quartermaster since we have the Soothing Lullaby up. The Harrow Infestor goes, and he's dead. Yeah, you could already have that unlocked, unfortunately. Fortunately, we did not have that already unlocked, but yes. Yeah, just as long as the damn rats don't steal it all, indeed. Did you watch our custom class testing, Thoth, when Themris and I played this on Monday? Yeah, Themris wondered the same question. Oh, we didn't even create the element, huh? Well, so be it. It's okay. Don't worry about it. Yeah, that's exactly what happened. Literally every single time we entered a room, I mean, it made the scenario excruciatingly easy for us, but with the exception of the first room where there's no chest, no treasure to loot, when we opened every single additional room, they immediately looted every time and always took all of it. I mean, they know, like they know exactly what you're there for. They know that they don't stand a chance. They can't actually beat you. So their goal is just every single time to be like, all right, we're gonna die, but we're gonna take as much of this damn treasure with us as we can. All right, so I think the best thing to do is actually just to attack with just a generic top attack. We forgot to create the element, but that's okay. So we're going to use Burial, which creates Dark, as a bottom attack 3, which is going to be disadvantaged. And then we're going to use the top as a generic attack 2, plus we're going to consume the light, which is created using Formless Power to make an attack 3. So we'll make our attack 3 first, and then we'll make our disadvantage attack 3, both on this Lurker. TTS does now. I mean, Themris has been suspicious of its sentience for a while, so. Alright, so first the regular 3. Alright, so 4, and then the disadvantage 3. Oh, no. Yes! Elementalist disadvantage. Beautiful. All right. So the first one is a 4, which does 2 damage, putting him down to 3. And then the second one, hold on, let me just read chat real quick. Oh man, we flipped the loot card 3-4 actions in. It would have been fine if our son didn't insist on camping the door and let them have the room like we asked. TTS oozes when I'm not fighting. Nice. But yeah, all right. So the first attack did 2 damage, and then the second one was an attack 3, which was disadvantaged, yet still manages to crit when we have a crit against a +0. Ambiguity. So Because this is ambiguous, we take the first modifier, and the first modifier is the crit, which doubles our 3 to a 6, and that does 4 actual damage, and thus we kill this lurker. And we heal 1 at the beginning of our turn with the lullaby up. Okay. So for now, we're going to use this top, I think, and then after we'll try to use this top when we're next to both people. Do we have enough blesses to give? Yes. Because we need to use a generic bottom here anyway. I mean, we're missing out on 1 movement, but we're giving 1 more bless. I think it's probably worth it. As for here, we keep our move 4. Yeah, I guess if we create ice, I mean, no, this doesn't even give experience. So no, we're always doing a move 4 and a move 2. I guess we kind of want these coins, huh? I think we do. So what, we have a move 5 and a move 4 always. We're also always healing ourselves for 4 one of the times. So let's just see something like this. So what is her initiative next? It'll be 78 plus the plus 89. So we'll need to go after them. Ooh. So we need to keep our latest initiative actually. So we can move away after she blesses us. So this way, if we move with this here, move 5, for example. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, presumably. Or even 5 or something like that. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's say we go like that. We both go here and here this turn. So then from here, the elementalist moves to here. To here. Yes, perfect. The next turn. Then the Soothsinger does a move 3 to here, blesses both people, and then the Quartermaster continues on. Perfect. Perfect, perfect. So we just need to make sure the initiatives line up correctly this time. So we'll have to go at, like I said, 89. We'll have to go at 78. So the Quartermaster can go after us at 88. And then well, he'll need to go before us, or it'll need to go before us, but that's not a problem. Okay, so here we just do a small move. We want to save the big move 4 for afterwards. The other card we play really doesn't matter. Okay, and so they're eliminated and they're eliminated. Let's go. So Quartermaster goes first, heals 1, gains 1 experience. Did we? No. We must have forgotten to reset the experience going into the scenario. Does anyone remember how much experience we gained? I guess we can. No, I don't remember what we were at before. Can anyone tell me how much experience we gained last scenario? So then we can subtract that from what we're at now. I think we gained, I want to say 12, maybe 14, 12. Because there's no way we've gained 21 experience thus far this scenario. Yeah, thank you if someone will do that. Otherwise, well, maybe we can math this out. I think we gained 6 on the first scenario we failed. Okay, so we started, so that would put us at 216. So how much could we have gained last scenario? No, that doesn't seem right. Well, because we would have gained 12 from here. So 12 plus 6 gives us 18, which puts us 218. Yeah, I mean, wait. 20. No, that can't be right. Yeah, if someone would please check on the VOD, I would really appreciate that. It should just take a second. Sorry. And we'll have to figure out how much we've accidentally missed here. All right, so we do a move 5, 2, 3, 4, 5, like so. Okay. Then it's her turn, gain 1 experience, bless adjacent ally with the top of Nimble Knife, giving 1 to the Elementalist. And then we use a generic move on bottom to go to here. And then we use a Charge of Endurance potion to gain back our generic move on bottom. Okay, and then the Elementalist heals 1 from the Lullaby as well, and then performs a move, whether creating, I mean, sure, we'll create ice, because it's fun. Because then we get to gain some shield to be a tank mentalist. So that goes there. And we're done. So like I said, here we can go as early or late as we want. No, we need to go early yet. well, before, but it doesn't change anything because neither of those would be after this. Ah, we're actually missing out on the ability to do reserved energy on. Oh, but we're gonna long rest. It doesn't matter. Okay. So here we go. So first the Elementalist, another heal 1. Song is being valuable here. And we do a move 4. We're going to consume the ice to gain shield 2 for the value. Oh, we actually... Oh, no, but we've got our boots. Yes, yes. So we can actually move 1 more to here. Good move. We're missing out on 1 movement this way, but again, we're getting a bless, so I think it's worth it. All right, then... Oh, we did this the wrong way. This is specifically why we kept the late initiative. Anyway, all open information here, so it's not a big deal. All right, so now we go with our generic move 3 on the bottom of Singing Arrow. 1, 2, 3 to there. And then we use the top of tuning the outcome. We also gain 1 experience from running a song up to give 1 bless to both allies adjacent. And then it's our turn. We heal 1. I think, did we forget? Yeah, we forgot to heal 4 because we messed it up with the experience. So we should have 4 more, I believe. Oh, God, I hope I didn't mess that up. No, no, no. Because we went to 8, I believe. Maybe we did. Yeah, maybe we did heal. I think. Oh, God, we're messing so much stuff up. The end of the scenario, the lot. I did not heal the 4. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Thoth. All right, so we should be up to 16 then. All right, thank you. I thought I hadn't either. I thought I got distracted once the experience came up because it didn't make sense that I should have been that low, but who knows. At the end of the last scenario, the counter read 14. Thank you very much, Themris. So if it read 14, we've gained 7 experience thus far, which seems about right. Okay. So like I said, we healed 1 at the beginning of our turn there, yeah, which puts us to that. And then we have these 2 things. I mean, I guess we can just gain the 1 free experience. So yeah, we'll use the top of reserved energy. This is an interesting question. I assume this does work, right? Can I use reserved energy when my adjacent ally has no spent items? I assume this doesn't check for that, right? I assume I can, I mean, because it says they may refresh all their spent items, even if that's 0, I would assume there's no reason this couldn't work. So, because the question is whether I could use this to gain 1 experience here and then move on, because otherwise I would either have to stop here or just not gain 1 experience. Let's see if there's something for that in the FAQ. I'm going to assume that I can. Again, it's just 1 experience that I'm playing for, but it's also an interesting question. Well, yeah, I am adjacent to the ally. Well, it says all of, it doesn't say a number, so the 0 being a number doesn't matter. I mean, because the point is you can't play a loot action if there's nothing to loot, so which is the one thing that makes me wonder a little bit. You believe it does not work. Okay, interesting. We need to check. I'm going to check the FAQ. No, there's no... Can't allow an ally to pick up discard cards if they have none. You sure about that as well? Oh, yeah, because I guess it depends if May. Because, I mean, it does seem to me... I mean, I'm going to give myself the 1 experience because my interpretation would be that you should be able to do this. Because it's May and it's all of their items can still be none. It doesn't have to specify. Yeah, I understand. It is fair that May isn't as well defined, but again, like I said, there are 2 things here that to me, both of these would have to be disproven in order to make this not make sense. So again, like I said, 1 is that because it is a May, they theoretically cannot do anything, at least as far as the card reads, and you still played the card on them. Secondly, all of their items, like Thoth said, 0 is still all of their items. It's just they have 0, but they still refresh all of their items. Yeah, I don't, but I actually lose 1 movement that way. I'm not sure how significant that is, but for now. I mean, okay, but Themris, even if we argue that may is just a polite way of saying must, again, the adjacent ally must refresh all of their spent items. Okay, in that case, they refresh all of their spent items. You understand? I mean, the Soothsinger did refresh all of her spent items here. All right. So that was the last thing to happen. Oh, we're all long resting though. So it's not, I mean, because we all have no cards in hand, so it's going to be a triple long rest here. So giving the Elementalist to refresh wouldn't change anything. I mean, I guess it would allow us to have 2 elements. I guess that's a fair point. I guess that's kind of worth it then, maybe. Sure, let's just do that. This also makes it so that there's no ambiguity, although I am still kind of curious about this. Anyway, we'll stop there. We'll use this reserved energy on the Elementalists. This will allow us to use our wands when long resting, which will give us, like I said, those elements. All right, so that's the end of the round. So now we do a triple long rest. I don't know why I do this, but you know, just in case ever something comes up later where the counter would have mattered or something. All right. Oh yeah, we could have actually used our boots as well, so we could have been, well, we wouldn't have wanted to move any further. Not a big deal. All right, so we heal for 2. Actually heal for more on our turn. Ah, yeah, because we can order the long rest turns however we want. So we would want both of our allies to have their turns before the Soothsinger, so they would benefit from the song before we bring it back. That doesn't matter for the Quartermaster, but it does matter for the Elementalist, who will gain 1 health. It would actually, I had never thought of this before either, but it was actually Isio who pointed it out, and it is technically correct. You can use items during your turn while long resting if they say during your turn do this. So, like, it is my turn now while I long rest, and the fact that I haven't used them yet allows me to use them going into my turn and then get them refreshed. Again, this was not something I thought of, but I have no reason. I mean, I don't see any reason why this doesn't work, and Isio is generally more of an expert with rules than I am. I definitely knew about using items and rest turns, just never thought about with wands. Yeah, it's a fair point. I mean, I guess I'd also just maybe not thought about it with wands. I'm not sure. Yeah, it is a little bit silly how it actually works and does something. But yeah. All right, so... Oh yeah, the reason why I actually should have done it is because I should have done it like that. All right, so those should be there. And we have to choose our cards to lose. We'll be bringing this song back for sure. So we'll be getting Disorienting Dirge out. Even, yeah, there's just 1 curse out of the deck. Yeah, it's another reason that having 2 wands over having Volatile Bomb feels pretty decent. Although we don't long rest that much, but when we do. Obviously, if I had better wands, it would be more compelling. Fortunately, I got the crappy wands. Yeah, exactly. Sorry, Themris said long resting is usually bad on classes that rely on elemental combos. Well, as you saw, though, it doesn't come up that much even after you know that it's there, because a lot of times you end up using the wands before you long rest, right? Here, it was only the case that we were able to reuse them just because the Quartermaster refreshed them. It doesn't happen that much that you get through a rest cycle without using any of your wands, because in that case, they haven't been very useful, right? That's true, it does change that item a bit. It makes that item significantly better, right? Which is a fair point. Okay, so we have to choose a card to lose for each person. I think we're going to spend the rest of the scenario moving at this point. But this is good initiative. I mean, any of our bottoms are good. I mean, any of the good initiative cards are also bottom non-moves. And Dirge is the song we're setting up. So yeah, it's got to be like this. Dirge. So kind of the same thing here. Maybe Burial's Top actually can be good in this last room, to be honest. Primal Duality's top can also be decent. This is good initiative. Definitely want to keep my biggest move. This is good. I mean, kind of everything's good. I guess we don't have the fire set up for ice spikes easily anymore. We do have 1 mana potion left, but I think it's fine. I mean, we're not, because we only need to exit this last room, we don't desperately need, like, we're not going to wait around for things to die from wounds anymore. And then over here, well, Yeah, the Soothsayer actually could use healing, so this is still definitely valuable. I mean, this is a top, and then we have 3 good bottom moves, which we want. This is a good top. I mean, this is our initiative, but maybe it's just time to get rid of Reinforced Steel here. It's just not very good for this type of scenario. I mean, for what's coming next. Maybe Bladed Boomerang is also not that good. This at least gives us good initiative, but nah, I think this is probably correct to get rid of. All right, so time to go into this next room, refresh all our items, and we're good to go. Oh, we should have healed 2 here. I missed that. So I think I just want to heal the Soothsinger and then move in. I mean, it's kind of weird to do that, but we'll use not probably our biggest move. One of these 2 is probably fine. I guess the late initiative could be more valuable. Yeah. Basically, since our goal is just to make it to the door with no one exhausting, healing is actually going to be very useful. I mean, health is going to be a serious resource as we go through this next room. So getting the Soothsinger almost topped off is quite valuable. All right, Dirge, how far back are we? So we can actually go before he goes and set up Dirge and just move 3. Moving 3 probably with something like this, to be honest. And then here we want to go after and probably do a bigger move. Probably move 3. Oh wait, so we have Earth and Air. So we have Air with Pure Augmentation actually gives us 5. So we should take advantage of that here. Maybe, no, we don't want to use the top of Crystallizing Blast because we need the bottom of it. So with Earth, Burial gets a little bit interesting, right? He could, oh, we have both of their mana potions left actually. All right, that actually looks okay. So this way, I mean, if we don't end up using Burial as a top, it's not that big of a deal. We didn't have that good of a top to use anyway, but because we'll actually be able to see here, we have the option to, then pop a potion to get dark and then get a full Burial off. Otherwise, we can just do a move 5, stuff like that. Just give me 1 second. I just have to blow my nose. Sorry. Oh, no, good call. Sorry. Yeah, thank you, Thoth. My bad. Anyway, I said that the Soothsinger set up Disorienting Dirge and just made a generic move 3. Good catch. I just forgot to unmute. And then we healed with the Quartermaster on the Soothsinger, and we're moving into the room. Okay, so then we have a regular Horror Infester. And then we've got 2 regular Deep Terrors back there. Alrighty. Let's see what they're all up to then, shall we? It's scary that they've actually got 4 cards left, and so they've got the 2 summons. No, better to see that, for sure. And that's not doing anything either. Nice. Their line attacks here actually do stuff. Oh, they very much do stuff. That's actually going to hit the Soothsinger. All right, fair enough. Fair enough. So we have 2 movement left. Well, I mean, there's just no reason to tank the attacks for nothing, so we're going to move to there. All right. So that was done. That was done. The horror is going to not move, so it's a more retaliate, stuff like that. So now it's on to the... Yeah, it's true. This room is definitely set up for them to be annoying. This last room was kind of more of a joke for them, but this one is, yeah, can be scary. So what do? Okay, this works. So what we're going to do is we're going to just use the bottom of pure... Oh, sorry. I forgot to use my mana potion. I guess I still had to decide that here, although it was easy enough. So to create dark. Guess we're only giving 1 curse with this, but also adds +1 damage. Yeah. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to use the bottom of pure augmentation. We're not going to get the experience for this. We're just going to go 1, 2, 3 like this. And so then we have the top of burial, which is range 4. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and I'm pretty positive that we do in fact have line of sight here easily enough. Yep. All right. So from here, at least we don't get hit, and we have line of sight. So we're going to use the top of burial. We're going to consume the dark and the air. Oops. Well, and the other element that we just consumed, the earth. Oh yeah, so the air. Dark, air, and earth. So dark and earth are going to be consumed for what's on burial, and then we're going to consume the one other one using formless power to add +1 to the entire attack. We do still have robes of evocation, but sadly we're missing a 4th element. All right. So what does that give us? We have an attack 7 immobilize curse, and we gain 2 experience. Quite potent indeed. So we will do the elite and then the regular. Maybe we get lucky and hit a bless in the elite, and then the Soothsinger doesn't get messed up here. Could be. Yeah. An 8. All right. So 8s across the board. So actually, so this one takes 8, goes down to 3. And this one actually just dies because it has 7 life, which also means we don't give it a curse, but that's fine because there was actually only 1 curse remaining. And this one's immobilized, but not even worth placing that. So then the deep terrors go, and again, the only deep terror that gets to hit is the elite, which does actually get to hit the Soothsinger. It's attack +0, so an attack 5, but disadvantage because of disorienting dirge. All right, so 4 damage to the Soothsinger. All that healing we did is now gone. Okay, so what's next? We did put burial where it was supposed to be. No, I thought that I forgotten to do that. I guess we just, oops, kill the other one. Yeah, we can just run up and finish the other deep terror off using, actually, do we even need Winter's Edge? This thing has 3 health left, but I guess we don't have another non-loss attack that's really decent here. Crystallizing Blast doesn't really do what we want. Yeah, we'll just finish off with Winter's Edge. And then leave him to go deal with that horror. We have kind of some initiative issues here. Guess we won't need early initiative the turn after, so it's better to use the early initiative here. The turn after we're going to be moving towards the... well, how much health does this have? 12? No. The advantage of going early here, another way to think about it is, the Quartermaster disarmed the Deep Terror and did so on a turn when it was guaranteed to matter. Yeah, that's fair. So the nice thing about going fast is the wound does the 1 damage, but actually if we go fast the following round, then we can hopefully kill it before it goes, although 26 isn't very fast compared to it. So it actually still does actually, so it does in fact make more sense to go with the later initiative this round. Our initiative does kind of suck here, which is a bit annoying, but Only doing what we can. So I guess it makes sense to just move up and disarm it now so that it doesn't hit us since we're not going very fast. Of course it does this. Well, at least it'll be disarmed for the following turn. Retaliate's going to hurt a little bit. We'll see about that. All right, so the Harrower goes first. Sets up some shield and some Retaliate. So then it is the Soothsinger's turn. Soothsinger has a song active, so gains 1 experience, performs a generic move 3 with the bottom of Echoing Aria. 1, 2, 3 to there. We have a lot of charges this left, so we're just going to start popping these. So we're just going to get Aria back using 1 charge of Endurance. And then we're going to use the top of Throw Voice to disarm the Harrower. And yes, if we don't kill this thing, we are going to be pretty sad. I guess we've got a bit of insurance. So then it is the Elementalist's turn. So the Elementalist is going to perform the move with bottom of Primal Duality, creating these 2 elements. Going to here. And then we're going to use the top of Winter's Edge as an attack 5, range 2, targeting the Deep Terror. Okay, +1. That's great. Deep Terror is down. We forgot to place a coin for the other Deep Terror. All right. So then it's the Quartermaster's turn. So now we have to decide if we want to take 2 Retaliate to deal essentially no damage, but to give a wound. I think the answer is probably yes. And maybe we deal 1 damage. I don't know, maybe we get a crit. We got a bunch of blesses in our deck, so sure. We will use Bladed Boomerang to make an attack through range 3 wound, targeting the Deep Terror, or the Harrower Infestor. Sorry. All right, nice. So we take 2 Retaliate because it has 2 Retaliate at range 3. It has 2 shield, but our attack ends up doing 4 because of the +2, so we get 2 damage on it. Putting it down to 10, and putting a wound on it. Okay, and then we have a move 4 on the bottom of Reserved Energy, with which we're just going to go over and grab this coin here. And the Deep Terrors go, but again, the ones that are back there can't. What? Oh, no. We actually need to be careful now. They actually can reach us. Okay. So I guess we get this coin then. Yeah, I wasn't even paying attention. They're just around the corner, but so this one doesn't have line of sight to here, but this one actually does and has range, so it can't hit us. Us getting immobilized for 1 turn is fine here. We're already going to be in range to make our ranged attack that we want to make next turn. If they do their summony thing, it's not that likely. Yeah, I think this is fine. Yeah, that top Deep Terror is placed in a very strong spot, without a doubt. So yeah, we'll actually stop on that coin, because this way we still get a coin. We do take 1 hit, but again, it's disadvantage attack. The immobilize is a little bit annoying, but it's not that annoying. All right, so that top Deep Terror does attack us at -1. So it's a regular Deep Terror. So it attacks for 3 with disadvantage. Okay, impressive. So 3, 2, and we take 2 damage. And more significantly, of course, we do get immobilized. That ends the round. Well, we just want to hit with this. How many blesses are left? There's just 1. We don't really have anything going for us right now, but I think it's fine to just play our cards and see what the best thing we can do is. What is the best thing we can do? I guess Echoing Aria might protect some damage for our allies, so we can play it no matter what. We can see whether we need to use it defensively or to move. And then at top, we can consider doing, I guess, either the 2 target bless or generic, something like that. We'll see. I think it's just better to play our cards and see here. Okay, so the Harrower Infestor actually goes first at 7. It's going to create a new dark. It is disarmed, so it's going to move 3. Although really just 1. Lose the disarm. Take 1 from its wound. Down to 9. Ah, this is annoying. Now it would retaliate. That is annoying. I think we still have to do it, though. All right, so will these reach us this turn? No, they have 3 range, so they won't be hitting anyone. So 3 range from here, 1, 2, 3, so we can even go to the coin. All right. So I guess we're gonna, well, we have a song up, so we gain 1 experience. We're gonna use the top of tuning the outcome, and we're gonna give a bless, I suppose, to the quartermaster. It should help with this disadvantage attack, maybe? And because we give it to both adjacent enemy allies, but we only have 1 bless left to give, so we can choose. And then we use the bottom of Echoing Aria simply to move as a generic move, moving up to here. I'm grabbing this coin. And again, we're going to use our second charge of our minor endurance potion to get Echoing Aria back. Okay, so we're done. So then it's the Elementalist turn. So yeah, I mean, we don't really have a lot going for us here. I don't think I want to leave the Dark to the Deep Terrace. I think I'll just consume it, even though it kind of could help me next turn. So I'm just going to use, because I guess I'll have Ice with this, yeah. We're going to get Ice either way, but yeah, I'll use Crystallizing Blast. I'll consume the Dark using Formless Power. I think I'll keep my Rose of Evocation for now. So this just gives me an attack 2 with Crystallizing Blast targeting the Harrower. Punished for not using the robes. Oh well. So we do 4 damage to the Harrower, putting it down to 5. And then we have the bottom of Infernal Vortex. There's no advantage to using Endurance here. We can just move up to here. Again, create an ice, but this does nothing. All right, so then it's the Quartermaster's turn. So we're going to create a light and do an attack 5, range 3 with disadvantage, targeting the Harrower adjacent to us. Oh, there were still all those curses in our deck, huh? All right. Well, we're making the scenario a little bit more difficult for ourselves. That's 3 damage and retaliate, and we don't kill him. And the Deep Terrors go, and they can't hit us. But we lose our Immobilize. Okay, so short rest here. Just gotta make sure we make it to that door. No, I think I'll pay to keep that. Oh, God, that's the one card. In addition to that, I didn't want to lose. But a move 5 and my best initiative. I guess my second best initiative. It's true that I had forgotten about the curses in there. We drew literally all 3 of the curses from the Elementalist in the very beginning of the scenario, but we haven't seen any of the curses actually for the Quartermaster. All right. Maybe we only drew 2 for him. No, we drew all of them. Yep. Yep. We don't have a lot of cards left. We gotta be really careful here. I mean, we really don't need to kill this. It's better to start running, I think. So that is what we shall do. Ice as well, so we can even shield ourselves while running here. Maybe this attack. Is playing Lost safe? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, it's safe, I think. But it'll be retaliated. No. If we use Winter's Edge. 1, 2, 3, 4. Go to there and hit this and kill it. Yeah, the problem is our initiative is bad, but I still think this is probably actually the correct line. As for here, we don't really have any good attacks. So I guess it's just heal and move, and we should keep another good initiative. So yeah, let's just do something like this. Let's start running. No immobilizes, that's good. Heal for self. Yeah. Well, we're leaving him. We are leaving him. All right, so the Harrower goes first. Takes 1 damage, down to 4. Makes a disadvantage attack on the Soothsinger. Attack -1, so it's an attack 3 with disadvantage. All right. But does apply muddle. Not that I think that matters too much. Takes 1 damage from his wound. I believe I didn't do that yet. Doesn't really matter, like I said, at this point. Well, maybe it does. But I don't believe I did do the damage to him with his wound yet. Did I? Does anyone know? I don't think I did. But if anyone catches that I did do the damage to the wound twice to him, then please do let me know. Sorry, it is getting a bit late. Yeah, curses. So my first experience with curse is because we put, when we were very first playing Gloomhaven, we put curse on the top of fire orbs, which was a mistake. It's a bad enhancement. But we also at the time didn't realize that if you kill something, you don't curse it because we, had misread the rules. Anyway, so my experience with that was pretty cool because, in the beginning of the scenario, we put 3 curses in, and that was it, right? We were playing, Brute Spellweaver, so those were all the curses we would see. And it was just nice because you just get a little extra bonus, and then sometimes throughout the scenario, occasionally, an enemy would miss an attack, which would otherwise be significant, and it would feel good. It was just like a small little bonus. So curses in small quantities, I think, are good. It's true that if you can get close to 10 curses and you can constantly give some form of muddle or disadvantage, yeah, that's when it definitely changes things. All right, anywho, so we're up. So we don't want to go next to them, but if they attack, that's not the end of the world. So we're going to do a move for, yeah, maybe limiting them to 5 would be better. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4, like this. I also don't want to be the one getting hit, so I guess some people are going next to them, but oh well. And then we're going to use the top of Echoing Aria as a generic top, and we're going to accordingly use this to pull it back. We're also going to use our minor healing potion to heal ourselves for 3 here. We're pulling Echoing Aria back, and then at the end of our turn, we're going to use Ring of Haste to play Echoing Aria. I think we also did not gain the 1 experience for having a song up. So we gain 1 experience for having a song up, and then 1 experience for playing Echoing Aria at the end of our turn with the Ring of Haste. Though, of all the cursing classes, I also feel that the Soothsinger is just the biggest issues, because she does everything too well. The Curse Focus class, at least. Yeah, that's fair. Well, at higher levels, the Curse Focus class, it can also do both things quite well, but still not as well as this. And like I said, well, you could even argue, though, that it's not so much the Soothsinger. I mean, Singing Arrow, spending a top action which just gives curses and doesn't affect immediate combat in any way, isn't that big of a problem, I think. This combined with this is, but really the problem is just Disorienting Dirge. Like I said, it's a 1-card combo. Okay, so then the Soothsinger's up. I'm sorry, the Quartermaster's up next. Going to gain 1 experience and do a heal 4 on self. And we're going to do a move 4 with Impaling Spear. 1, 2, 3, 4. I guess there's no reason to. Well, it's best for us to be the one getting hit. So that's fine. All right. And then. Oh no, because he's actually going to have 2 shield here. Yeah. Yeah. All right. So we'll actually use our boots then to go 2 more. So boots plus the 4 gives us 5, 6. So then it's the Elementalist's turn. So the Elementalist is going to use the bottom of Crystallizing Blast. I definitely want to move. Oh no, we can actually hit this guy first. Sure. So we will use Winter's Edge first as an attack 5. We'll consume the light to get attack 6 using Formless Power. Okay, well, he's down to 1. And then we're going to use the bottom of Crystallizing Blast plus the ice to get a move 4, shield 2 self. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we're going to use our boots as well. 2 more movement. 5, 6 to there. This way we'll tank both of their attacks. And then the deep terrors go. They poison and wound all adjacent enemies, which is just the elementalist, the tank mentalist, as he shall so henceforth be called. And then they both attack. They attack with disadvantage. Their attacks will be 5 each because of the poison. So attack 5, disadvantage twice. Okay, so that ends up just being a 5. We have 2 shield from the Echoing Aria that we play. Where did I even put it? Oh, I guess because I was showing other cards. Yeah. So we have 2 shield from the Echoing Aria that we played with the Ring of Haste. We have 2 shield from Crystallizing Blast. So we just shrug off this attack 5 without even being worried about it. And then the other one misses. And that's the end of the round. All right, short rest here. Leave the song up. Sure. Just go early and run over there. I guess we only need to move 3, right? Yeah, to make it onto an A. So let's go early and disarm one of the enemies so we don't have to worry about that either. Yeah, I can't really gain experience. This doesn't matter. Meanwhile here, this gives us experience. We should have created win last. No, we were not the last one to go. They attacked after us. Oh well. I guess he could actually create win for us so we can gain 1 more XP. Perfect. She can create win for us. And the quartermaster, well, we're already on it, so I guess we'll also try to gain an XP. Oops. Where did that come from? I think that should have been here, right? Anyway, it doesn't really matter. I think these are the cards we're supposed to have left. Ugh. I mean, I can even short rest if I need to. It really just doesn't change anything. You know, we should have. I think this is lost. Yeah, I think it's actually supposed to be lost. I don't know how that turned up again because I think we only had 4 cards there. Anyway, it really doesn't matter. All right, let's go. So, Soothsayer goes first, gains 1 experience for having a song up, performs a generic move 3 with the bottom of Echoing Aria. 1, 2, 3 to here. What are they even doing here? Yeah, okay. And then we will disarm the top one. Sure. Using Throw Voice. So then it is the Elementalist's turn. Oh yeah, sorry. And then we will use Mana Potion to create Wind. Elementalist's turn, we'll use the bottom of Pure Augmentation, consuming Wind, gaining 1 experience, do a move 5. We were also supposed to take 1 damage from our wound. Then we'll use the top of Primal Duality, gaining 1 experience, creating fire and ice, and I will flip for this one and then this one. Yeah. Doesn't really matter. Okay, crit. And the other doesn't matter at all. So we crit the only one that is not disarmed, which our attack was again a 5. So that gives us a 10. So this is dead. This goes here. We gained our 2 experience, right? Yes, we did. Perfect. So this one is disarmed. This is 1 health and dies to its wound, so none of this stuff matters. The only thing that is left to do then is just that the quartermaster can play the top of reserved energy for one of its adjacent allies to give 1 experience to himself. And they're all on A's at the end of a round, so we win. Oh, I guess exit occurs immediately, maybe, and I'm not able to gain the 1 experience. Hold on a second. Does anyone know for this? Escape occurs when all characters are either standing on exit A or have become exhausted while standing on exit A. If any character becomes exhausted while not occupying exit A, the scenario is lost. So does that mean if exit occurs when that happens, does that mean it's not the end of the round? It's actually just immediate? So this is significant because it would mean that the quartermaster would not gain 1 experience here because he would not actually get a turn as soon as the elementalist stepped onto there. I mean, technically I could have just attacked from here. I mean, I guess technically it would have changed something. Yeah, I would agree end of round. Okay, perfect. Again, it's just the difference of 1 experience. I would also assume that it was end of round. That's how I normally play it, but I just wanted to double check in case anyone knew differently. If it says that, well, it doesn't say they leave immediately. It says escape occurs when all characters are either standing on exit A. Okay. Well, in that case, it would have happened a little bit differently. So we would have actually had to make our attack from here, We could have just targeted this one, because again, targeting this one wouldn't have mattered at all. It still would have had the exact same outcome, because we flipped a bless in this, which is ambiguous, in which case we would take the first, which would still be the crit, so we still would have killed this one, and then we would have just moved here. So in that case, then the Quartermaster would never get a turn, so he would just be out 1 experience by not being able to play reserved energy, because the Elementalist ends the scenario when walking onto A. All right, that'll do it, but we do get to do the end of scenario stuff, and after that we will be done for tonight. Okay, thank you, Wilram. All right, let's grab all our stuff and add it all up. So over here, we gain a, well, everyone gained a check mark, so let's just go across and do all of those. Here was to Dynamo again, which we did, multiple times in fact. Here, none of our allies became exhausted, and here we opened a door. I need to clear out our decks. I'll do that another time, though. Just have to remember next time. But for now, we'll just do the obligatory stuff. I mean, well, the fun stuff. Because it is quite late. All right, let's see here. So we gained 9 experience, and the scenario rewarded 12 experience. This means we gained a total of 21 experience. Which gives us a level, and we gained 12 gold. We also, what did we actually get for doing this? Just new location and party achievement through the trench. Oh, we're really good at this. All right, and we unlock scenario 47. I assume there's nothing on the next page for us, which would be nice, but no. All right, so scenario 47 is unlocked. Check. All right, so yeah, I'm looking forward to trying it. Although this party is not really boss crushing material, but we'll do our best. All right, let's clear this. So we're gonna go up 1 HP. Here, I imagine we level up as well. We gain 32 experience. Yeah, that'll do it. 94. And then over here, 23. Ah, which is just enough. No, it's not. No, 10 experience short. Wishful thinking. As for gold here, gain 24 gold. I guess I don't remember if it's an immediate boss fight or there's a setup time before boss fight. Because I guess if it's a setup time before, I mean like rooms before, then it's good for us. If it's immediate, then it's bad for us. Because if there's rooms before, yes, then we can get a bunch of blesses. There's a setup time. All right, well then, yeah, that'll be better for us than it could otherwise be. All right, 48 gold. Okay, let's do the easier stuff first, right? Here, we sell one of these, which gives us 5 gold. This puts us up to 53, and then we buy something which costs 46, which means we have 7 gold left, right? 8 gold left. 7. It costs 46. Puts us down to 2 gold, and we sell something for 5, 7. Yeah, 7 gold left. for a boss fight, this is probably not really the... I mean, the compass is less useful, but again, I mean, I would still just do this. I'm not even sure that that'll be the next scenario we do. And having the compass is excellent. All right, so we did that for him. Soothsinger. Your max health has also increased. We don't have enough gold to do enhancement. We do, however, get to level up. So we'll gain our perk first. I think I just want to keep replacing +0s with relevant stuff for now. Now, all the best +0 replacements are kind of gone. These are average, so actually... And we don't attack with advantage, so we should really just take these 3 rolling +1s, to be honest. I think that's probably better. So give us some consistent boost to damage, which is welcome. Other than that, I mean, this is very good later on, but our deck isn't quite good enough yet. +1s are still pretty good for us. I mean, decent for us. All these are fine, but none of them have that big of an impact individually. And the modifiers that they can add at this point are less value for us. What's crazy is we actually haven't seen these CC modifiers at all, but we don't make them any attacks still. So I think I'd rather, since I've already slimmed down my deck a fair amount, just start adding the really good rolling modifiers in, because we don't attack with advantage, like I said. So there's not really any negative. It's silly I'm shuffling these decks even with stuff in. Oh yeah, and then I get my level 6 card, which is a really difficult choice for the Soothsinger. At the beginning of each of your turns, you may force an enemy within range 5. I mean, I guess pull the strings. I was just talking about how good the compass is, and this is a song that literally lets you compass every time. But compass is good to have it for every scenario for the situation in which it's good, not to have it all scenario. Now, obviously, you can switch into this, and then to force one enemy within range 5 to perform attack +0, targeting another enemy with you controlling the actions is actually a powerful bottom. I mean, all right, yeah. In all fairness, 6 is a good card. It really isn't bad. I mean, the top is situationally good. The bottom is honestly quite good. All the class has so many good bottoms anyway. But yeah, the problem is the class has so many good bottoms, not enough good tops, and Provoke Terror is an absurd top, just an absolutely absurd top. Also with a really good bottom because attacks are so good for this class, and attack 4, range 4, push 3 is so good with traps. Anyway, Provoke Terror is an obscene card, a card in which my opinion shouldn't exist for this class. I think this sort of effect, like having Throw Voice at 1 is already a bit much, but kind of fine. But having 2 effects like this on the same, 2 non-loss effects like this on the same class, I mean, admittedly 3 once you get to level 9, although that's level 9. Having this, I don't know, it just takes it to another level of stupidity. This is way too good of a card. So even though Pull the Strings is fun, interesting, and powerful, it just doesn't compare with something which does such powerful stuff as this. We'll keep this on the side, though, because there's a consideration for picking that up later. But for now, we take Pull the Strings, which, as you said, Thoth, quite accurately. Yeah, exactly. Like, Pull the Strings is legitimately good, and it's fun, too, right? Like, this bottom is cool. It's really cool. It would be really cool to have the opportunity to use this card, and I actually think it might be a consideration, in a coming level, maybe? We'll see. But yeah, so, I mean, my point is, it's a shame that you don't get to use, or at least pick this card at 6. Again, maybe you can come back and take it later, because it's compared against a card which is just, I mean, again, maybe, well, Eclipse wins here, right? But short of Eclipse, is this the best level 6 card in the game? Probably, I think. I think it's got to be. I can't think of other than Eclipse, I can't think of another level 6 card in the game which is better than this. I think this has to be the second best. I mean, it's just, yeah. All right. So we've done our stuff there. So over here, we'll get our perk in a second. We get to take Similar Outcome finally. This is great, especially because we like to be able to use Formless Powers bottom, which is really nice for us. I mean, we saw how good it was, that scenario. I'd be interested to actually count how much damage that adds across the course, over the course of a scenario. I would say it added easily 15 damage throughout the scenario, which is crazy for a loss. Really, really good for a loss. Now, obviously, you do have to play it early, which is a real cost. But anyway, the only downside of using the top of of activating the bottom of Formless Power is that you actually lose access to the top of it, which is also a really nice card. But fortunately, Simulacrum comes in to fix that problem, because now we can actually have the bottom of Formless Power and still the top of Simulacrum, which allows us to do a variety of different things. I mean, that means, first of all, it means we are less required to play this, but we certainly still can. The dream is to get 5 elements to be able to get this, plus both of these. Simulacrum really requires 4 elements to truly be good, but honestly, what's great about it is even with just 2 elements, it's already still an attack 5, range 3, which, as we've seen with Lightning, or Scroll of Lightning, is just good. And then also, I mean, theoretically, with Formless Power plus the second line, we can also consider doing attack 3, range 3, target 2, which is also good. And I mean, the CC is occasionally useful. Great initiative. Yeah. Anyway, Simulacrum's a great card. Eye of the Hurricane just really isn't. The top, I mean, again, is a loss that as a level 6 card is honestly less powerful than our level 1 card, Formless Power. The bottom, yeah, is a big move, and that's actually kind of useful for this class, but yeah. I mean, it really just doesn't compare, honestly, with Simulacrum, which is just a great card. I know what a lot of people like to do at this level is actually go back and take the other level 5 card. How is the top of Hurricane a loss? Yeah, that's pretty fair assessment of it, Thoth. To be honest, you could forget that this card's a loss, right? I mean, not really. It's kind of powerful. The fact that it does do an attack 2 that hits a lot of enemies, but I don't know. I mean, all right, more accurately, this could be like a level 2 loss, and then it might be competitive, but as a level 6 loss, attack 2 at level 6 is just not getting there. And again, heal 3 is also really, really overrated. That's okay, Thermos. We're just taking Simulacrum at level 6, talking about how I have the Hurricane. I mean, yeah, as Thoth said, it's almost unbelievable. We leveled up on we didn't get a Quartermaster level. We leveled up on the Soothsinger and the Elementalist. Soothsinger, we took Provoke Terror, obviously, and here we're taking Simulacrum. We're just finishing up our leveling right now, just explaining how I have the Hurricane. I mean, the bottom is all right. Yeah, when a hurricane deals 2 damage, it's not a hurricane. That's a very appropriate way of assessing that card. Uh, oh, that's great. Yeah, we don't. Yeah, that's fair. The tornado only deals 1. All right. But a tornado is small, right? A hurricane is enormous. I mean, tornadoes move stuff around more than they actually deal damage. To some extent, that would be my argument. This at least doesn't move stuff around, so the entire idea of the force of this card should be the attack. Anyway, so the consideration that some people make at level 6 instead of taking Simulacrum is to take Obsidian Shards. But to me, this is just crazy. I mean, the idea is that, again, if you have these exact 2 elements, this is just, it does the same thing that Simulacrum does, which requires 4 elements. But again, 2 specific elements is honestly, I would say, more difficult than 4 random elements, or at least similarly comparable, except this has better initiative than Obsidian Shards does, and also can actually be CC. I mean, like, giving you the possibility of doing 2 target immobilize against melee enemies can also be good. Yeah, I mean, I know that the argument for this... I mean, it's not about... Well, I think you always use Formless Power Persistent. But, I mean, once you have Simulacrum, it's less necessary. It's not that. I mean, I think it's crazy not to use... What? Like I said, I kind of estimated for this last scenario. I'd be interested to go back. But I think Formless Power Bottom probably did around 15 damage this scenario. Maybe even more. I mean, I think it's crazy not to use that. I think this is one of the most cost-effective losses in the game, and I think the only good argument for don't have Formless Power, all those element flips that are hard to use, I agree, is good. I think the only good argument for not using the bottom is quite simply that the top is also very good. But items replace it? Yeah, I guess that's kind of fair, but I don't really have the items to replace it. Anyway, the best way to use Obsidian Shards, obviously, is if you have enough money to do the enhancement where you can put Earth on the Fire move or Fire on the Earth move. I guess Fire on the Earth move is better because that's slightly better initiative, and the top is situationally useful. But yeah, so anyway, I think Simulacrum's significantly better than Obsidian Shards. Where's our other level 4 card? Who knows what happened to that. Goodbye, Eye of the Hurricane. Goodbye, Obsidian Shards. Hello, Simulacrum. Oh, the level 2 card's always relevant. You just have to put Curse on it. Which is silly. But the Hansen slot is there. It's not like the fact that it costs 25 gold more than Cursed NATO actually makes it worse. Now, obviously, the fact that it also doesn't muddle, but it does also have one more range. And the element flips actually matter for you a little bit more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, and the other card was Formless Power. We'll decide what to cut afterwards. Just wanted to make sure I had all those cards together. All right, so we also get a perk, which is the other element that we want to create consistently. And I need water so badly, my throat's dying. So what is the other element we want to flip the most? It's always fire or wind. Because we have, I mean, we don't care about earth much, and we have the wand for that, so it's really never that. So it's really fire or wind. I guess it's kind of the same thing either way. I mean, I guess it doesn't change much, my point. Or should it be a +0 add target? We have kind of short range on a lot of our attacks. Many times we use this at 2 range. Even Simulacrum is at 3 range. And if Simulacrum's already at 2 targets, yeah, no, I don't think it's gotta be. It can't be that. I think it's supposed to be a +0 element, or replacing a +0 with a +2. Maybe it's just better to do that. Yeah, it's just for now. I don't. That target is fun. I think the biggest thing though is now that I have Simulacrum, I actually do want random elements more. I think it would actually be a mistake to not add some more elements with flips when we have Simulacrum. I think especially now, I think getting one more set of element flips is probably enough, and then after that we can do something fun like this, which hopefully we can do after one more scenario with perks. But I think it would be a mistake to not do more. For now, we just flip ice all the time, which doesn't do so much for us. I mean, sometimes it does. I mean, so it's always fire or wind. I think it doesn't really change much either way which one of these two we take. It's pretty similar. I mean, wind helps with this, fire helps with this, and that's basically it. I guess. No, I mean, because we'll only end up and we're gonna cut one of these two. We're gonna keep one of them. Which one we keep doesn't matter so much. I guess we're less likely to want to use ice on the bottom because we have 2 good top attacks that use ice, both Stoking Hail and Winter's Edge. So if we're less likely to use ice on bottom, that means we're more likely to want to use this one on bottom. So I guess wind flips. Oh, no, but this doesn't make any sense. Because if we take one of these, no, so it actually, no, it changes nothing there. Because these two, I mean, this one we can produce with a wand. But I guess wind we can produce with a wand, so it should be fire. That's kind of obvious, I guess. All right, yeah. 3+0 fires it is then. I think after that we'll stop doing the ridiculous element flips. I don't think we want to do much more than this. At a certain point, you get severe diminishing returns. All right. Whew. That is it. So we are done. For the record, we still need name suggestions for both the Soothsayer and the Elementalist. All right, so, well, Themris will maybe let me know about custom. Well, I guess I just have to let everyone know. I mean, I can't leave it on a wing. So I'm gonna do custom class testing on on Saturday this weekend at the usual time, 4 p.m. GMT +1. It may be with Themris, it may not. So we'll see. But either way, I will be doing that on Saturday. So anyone's welcome to tune in. After that, we'll be going back to the regular campaign on Monday. And I think on Tuesday, we will do some solo scenarios. That way I can give people advance warning from it on Monday to let people know. So Monday, continuing with the regular campaign. Saturday, custom class testing. I'm not adding Saturday to the schedule down below because it's not a guarantee that I'll do this every week. But for the time being, I have enough free time, I think, and I'm happy to. I prefer Sunday. Okay, all right, I can do Sunday. That's fine. Sunday's more difficult for me, but that's fine. Well, the problem is I just have to let people know now which day it's gonna. I mean, I guess it doesn't change that much. All right, whatever. Let's say Sunday. Well, it'll either be Sunday with you or Sunday by myself. That's fine. I can make Sunday work. It's not that big of a deal.
All right, so never mind then. On Sunday at GMT +1. I mean, again, I don't know if you'll be able to or not. That's fine. You'll let me know. But either way, I'll do it Sunday one way or another. That way, at least I give people advance warning. All right, so Sunday at 4 p.m. Central European Time or GMT +1, the custom class testing. Other than that, campaign on Monday. Thank you very much to everyone who tuned in. Have a great weekend, or see you Sunday, and take care.